This telecast is copyrighted by Hometown 24 for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or retransmission of this game without the express written consent of Hometown 24 is prohibited.
Welcome to courtside here at Alice Lloyd College at the Perry Athletic Center as Hometown 24 brings you the semifinals of the All-A Regional Tournament. And our first match will be the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers, 5-7 on the season, facing the Leslie County Lady Eagles, 12-2 on the season. I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Jim McCauley, and we welcome you to tonight's two games. And the second game will, of course, be the Hazard Lady Bulldogs facing off against the Breathitt County Lady Cats. So, Jim?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be
basketball.
A great time. And, you know, some great games already this week on the boys and the girls end. The other night, Jenkins with a great game to come out on victorious over Jim Buchanan over here by 2. Get a chance to watch a very talented Knott and Hazard game. Hazard ended up coming up victorious. And I'm pretty excited to watch this Leslie County team as well.
Yeah, and, you know, we've had Leslie County, and, of course, we had Jenkins at the Glory Road game up at Neon with Letcher Central. When you look at Jenkins in this particular tournament, they defeated Jackson City 60-18, and like you said earlier, they defeated June Buchanan by 2, 47-45. Leslie County defeated Buckhorn 77-45, and Lee County 72-25. So both teams picking up 2 victories in the All-A, and with Jenkins, young team, Coach Sutherland in his first year, trying to get some parts together for his program. Coach Farmer in her third year, and seems like the whole of the parts in her program has started to come together, and indicative of her record of 12-2 with one of those losses. Seems like everybody in the 14th region had a loss to North Laurel.
Yeah, boys and girls.
Yeah, so a very difficult team to play, and one that makes you tournament tough, especially when they played them in the WYMT Classic.
And, one thing that, regardless of how the Jenkins outcome of the Jenkins game tonight is, if our camera guys can get a shot of Coach Sutherland's shoes, those things are fire. Yeah. I mean, there's some serious I'm
telling you.
That's a good look right there.
Any Jenkins Cavalier boys or girls player that has seen his shoes.
Yeah, you got to give 100%.
If he probably, for the Glory Road game, if he would sign those and auction them off.
I mean, it'd be a fortune. But, and coming back, we had a chance, like you said, to watch him in the Glory Road game. But this is a team that has improved. He's did a great job with them. And that's 2 big wins for him with Jackson City and then that game that went down to the wire. And just learning as a young team to taste victory, no matter where it comes, helps build on to bigger things down the road, Manus.
Oh, yeah, and we've said it numerous times. I guess to the viewers probably get sick of hearing it. But when you win, you expect to win. Unfortunately, when you lose,
you expect to lose.
You're exactly to lose. Right. But once again, looking out on the floor here, and we're up on the second floor here at the running track here at the Perry Athletic Center, and a very beautiful sight from up here. And one of the things that both teams tonight, or all 4 teams, they've got an extra 10 feet, Jim.
Yes.
And that configuration, and some says, why do you play here? Well, when you go to the Owensboro Sports Center, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be playing on or any time the All-A, and of course it used to be at an old Alumni Coliseum. Mm-hmm. Well, it's renovated now at Eastern Kentucky University, but when you're looking at this floor and everything, it's just such a nice place to play, and different than, of course, when I went to Alice Lloyd.
Yeah, there's
College.
No Grady Nutt. It's not the Nut House anymore. It's a beautiful facility, and seating's not terrible here.
No.
And there's every seat's a great seat in the house. So if you're out and about and want to come over and catch a couple of good girls ball games, tonight's the night to do it.
And then if you can't come, but if you're watching us, of course, the championship game will be here tomorrow night between these four teams. The two winners will play at 7 p.m. Saturday night after the two semifinal games, which will be at 3 and 5 tomorrow right here. So come watch 3 basketball games and enjoy instead of watching Kentucky play.
Yeah, it's going to be raining tomorrow. You're not going to be able to get outside and work on in the lawn. So come down here and watch some good ball, or tune in and listen to us bring it to you.
Yeah, and Jim, we're going to talk a little bit about the keys of the game now. The Tim Short Auto Group. We want to appreciate them for Tim Short and all the group. I don't know if we won't say anything about Todd Kraft.
Well, we've had our fill of Todd already this week, but not just kidding. I mean, Tim Short does an amazing job supporting every school in the region. Does a great job,
and he supports us, and we do appreciate it. So let's first of all let's talk about Jenkins. Of course they are a underdog.
Yes.
And I'm sure that Coach Sutherland and the Lady Cavs understand that, but what does Jenkins need to do?
Well, Manus, we saw that versus Letcher Central / Fleming Neon, the Glory Road game. Number one, they've got to be able to get the ball off the floor. And, when they got in the half-court set, they've got some girls with some size that did pretty good down there, but they just struggled handling the pressure. Letcher Central came out and played a lot of three-quarter court press on them and really trapped them and turned them over a lot. So, that – to me, is the number one key for Jenkins is to handle and listen, not an easy task because Leslie County is long, they're athletic, and like you said, quick. I don't even know defines Ava Napier.
Quick on quick, and Sutherland is the primary ball handler, and Coach Sutherland's daughter, primary ball handler, but other people are going to have to help, as I'm looking over Jenkins there, and, they just got to handle the ball, and, not necessarily do you have to dribble it, and I've said several times, you catch it, turn, pivot, get it up the floor, and don't put it on the floor for Taylor Couch and Ava Napier to steal, and of course, Peyton Turner as well. So, Leslie County, of course, they're the favorite. So the pressure's on them to excel and to win the basketball game. What does Leslie County need to do?
Well, Leslie County needs to play Leslie County basketball. And that means, they're going to be quick in transition, get down the floor. And really Leslie County, the thing that makes Leslie County so tough is their guards and what their guards can do because they're completely different. I mean, you've got one that can knock it down from outside, and so you have to play a zone to try to keep Ava out of the paint driving because she is deadly when she gets in the paint.
Right.
But if you play a zone, you sacrifice what you're going to sacrifice outside from the three-point shooting. So Leslie County just needs to play their game. Don't overlook Jenkins. And come in and put in work and take care of the basketball, and I think that things will be pretty good for the Lady Eagles.
And as people are, got a pretty good crowd for both teams already. And, we're 2 minutes away from the national anthem and the warm-ups and all. But when you're looking at the two, and once again, after this game, about 20 minutes, 25 minutes after this will be Hazard and Breathitt County. And those will face off once again, 7-2. The winners will face off at 7 p.m. Saturday night after the two boys semifinals. And also, just to kind of mention it, somebody asked me the other day who they play. In the state tournament, they will face the Region 11 team, and that's probably going to be Lexington Christian, based on my look and all. And so that's a pretty decent draw for the 14th region. And the boys got the 15th region, while I'm mentioning it. And that's
be Paintsville.
That's probably going to be they play the
Shelby Valley,
Pikeville, Shelby Valley, and Martin County.
Oh, does Martin play in the A?
Yes, Martin plays in it. That's the semifinals that's being played tonight. So that kind of sets the stage for the state tournament. That's kind of jumping ahead.
Yeah, it is. But LCA, not the LCA from 10 or 15 years ago.
No.
So definitely a winnable game for the winner and the girls' side coming out of the 14th. And I feel like that could be a great game. We've got Hazard and who we got left in our boys' side? Hazard, Leslie Jenkins, and Breathitt.
Breathitt, yes.
So who comes out of that, which, arguably right now the odds would be.
And those have played it, yeah. So, the thing about it is, and as time goes about, we'll see how it all transpires. But thank you for joining us, and we're going to take a break, let them do the national anthem. When we come back, we'll have the lineups, and we're ready to play this first semifinal tonight on Hometown 24. So stay with us, and we'll be right back with the starting lineups.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Lindley caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to the campus of Alice Lloyd College. Coach Jay Cord and the Purry Athletic Center as the starting lineups, and it will be the Jenkins Lady Cavaliers, the away team on the scoreboard. Number 11, 8th grade guard Ella Sutherland, 12.6 on the season. Number 3, senior center Kiana Shepard, 6.1. Number 4, freshman Raylan Newsom, averaging 4.3. Number 1, junior Isabella Holbrook, averaging 3.8. And number 15, senior Harlow Bates. And the Lady Cavaliers are coached by Mr. John Sutherland. 5-7 on the season. Leslie County Lady Eagles, the home team on the scoreboard, 12-2 on the season, coached by Miss Olivia Farmer. Number 15, senior forward Natalie Banks, averaging 5.8 points on the season. They couldn't hear. Number 5, senior guard Taylor Couch, averaging 13.6. number 14, senior guard Ava Napier, number 3, senior guard Peyton Turner, and number 11, senior forward Lexi Wilson. Tonight's officials will be John Stacy, Will Fugit, and Travis Purry. And we're ready to play basketball.
So, you look at Leslie County, a very senior-oriented team, Manus, and a very young Jenkins team. So, and we saw this trend,
like 2 or 3 years in a row.
These young teams take some beatings early, but as they get a little older, just like the Hazard team.
Team, Breathitt County team.
Yes.
And
this Leslie County
County. They've come up, took their hard knocks, and the ball is going to be taken away, knocked away from Newsom out of bounds. And it will be Jenkins basketball.
You can see right now Leslie County really going to extend that pressure out on the ball.
Newsom inbounds it. Comes into Bates, and she'll hand it off to Newsom, and she'll work. I failed to mention that Newsom will be one of those ball handlers along with Sutherland. Sutherland had the backdoor there, knocked away, but it's going to be, not tied up. It's going to be stolen. Wilson with the basketball, advances it up to Napier. Slides through, goes up off the board, misses it. Rebound is fought for, and Shepherd.
Shepherd got great length in there.
She got in foul trouble up against Letcher Central in that one and never really got into the game. She can ill afford to get in foul trouble. The ball was bounced in and bounced back out as Napier knocks it away.
But, 30 seconds into the game, Jenkins is spacing much better than the last time we watched them play.
And Napier steals it from Sutherland, and she'll go straight in and put it off the board and in. 2 for Napier, and Newsom goes to the floor. Somebody's got to come to help her, but steals it, gives it back to Napier, and it's blocked by Shepherd, and Shepherd's going to pick up a foul.
And, we talked about in the keys to the game, the ability of Jenkins to just get the ball into their offensive set. And right now, really tough for the Lady Cavs against this harassing Leslie County defense.
Ava Napier, 74%, averaging 13.9 on the season. And that one does not go. Thank you once again for joining us here on Hometown 24. The first of 2 semifinal games tonight. Second one comes up short. Turner runs it down. Long three-pointer. I think she got behind the college line.
Yeah,
and that may be a problem here tonight.
That's a definite adjustment for both teams to recognize which line to get behind because she was shooting that one from about 23 foot.
Newsom keeping her dribble alive this time. Goes through, it's knocked away, and it's going to be fought for, and it's going to be a tie-up, and the basketball will go to Leslie County. I will say this is a different vantage point than I've ever called a game from.
Well, I like it.
I really do. I can actually
really
hear them.
Yeah, you can see. And
yeah. Comes off the old Adolph Rupp, goes backdoor, and it's going to be stolen. Sutherland with it, a 2 against 1. She's got the angle, gives it up to Shepherd off the board, misses it. She'll get her own rebound. Goes to Holbrook. Bates, long 3, doesn't go. Sutherland had it for a second, but Banks took it away. Napier behind the defense.
Boy, nice pass.
And she'll put it in.
And that was a great pass. That Wilson on the pass there.
Yes.
Nice.
No, Turner
with a great pass right there.
But, that allows Leslie County to pick the pressure up. Holbrook goes up and down, and that's going to be a walk. But, if Jenkins can keep them from scoring and not getting into their press, they've done so far so good in the half-court set.
Yeah, and kind of really so far, hitting the boards really well.
4-0, 5:48 to go in the first quarter. Napier so tough getting in there. Lost control of it on the way up. Holbrook is slapped away by Banks, but I believe that's going to be a foul on Holbrook.
Yeah, that's her second. Is that correct?
Nope, that was on Shepherd, the first one.
Okay.
And that's going to be Isabella's first, team's second. Napier to inbounds. Screen the screener, and Wilson puts it up, misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Shepherd.
Yeah, Shepherd doing a great job on the glass right now. That's her third rebound already this game.
Nice look by Shepherd into Holbrook, but Wilson backed up and knocked it away and stole it. Turner left-hand dribbles, turns and spins, but nice job by Shepherd stopping her, and that's a turnover on Leslie County.
And I can't really tell if, correct me, like they're playing a man, but Shepherd just staying kind of playing center field in the paint.
She stays right in the middle of it. The old Tubby Smith ball line defense, she's right in the middle. Newsom loses control. Bates picks it up. And you can see the work that this team has done. And I thought it was deflected, but evidently not. And it had to be Leslie County's basket.
You know, one of the things I like, because we don't see it ever anymore, is all the girls, and because I'm a shoe guy, and you know, like Bumper Adams, and the girls all have the same matching shoes. And I like that.
I'm old school.
Yeah, me too.
Shepherd comes down with it.
Yeah, her fourth rebound.
And I really like their shoe combination there. And that's going to be a walk on Sutherland as she got it caught behind her. Napier will walk it across. Horn set coming right here. Let's see what she'll go to the left. Nobody picks her up, and she will miss it. Shepherd with another rebound.
Yeah, you know, so far Jenkins doing a good job protecting the paint in there on that drive.
Just got to find the basket down here on the other end. Newsom to inbound. And it's stolen away by Napier. Napier's going to give it back unselfishly to Turner, and she puts it in. Goes to Sutherland. She's got to get away from that sideline. Couch knocks it away.
Leslie County definitely, really trying to pressure the ball right here.
Napier steals it as she is just so after everything.
But, you know, keeping Shepherd back there where she's at, you know, she's really altered and gave some problems. There's Harlow Bates puts in the bucket.
And nice pass by Holbrook as Bates puts it in, but the ball never hit the floor.
And, you know, something you may not know, but I'm sure you do as the aficionado of everything sports-related, Manus. She is the niece of the 1988 14th Region Player of the Year. I'm sure you knew that.
I did
Chris
know that.
Harlow,
yes.
Who was a phenomenal athlete for the Fleming Neon Pirates.
Heard Dougie Cancer call her name out several times.
She could play.
She could. So she puts in the first two for the Lady Cavs, and it's 6-2. Like you said, doing a good job defensively. They just got to score down here on this end. But it's easier said than done against that harassing man-to-man defense.
You know, that's kind of, Leslie's M.O. I mean, they love to play that just in-your-face defense, and they're quick enough to get by with it without committing a lot of fouls.
One thing I wanted to mention, and she did it right there, is when that ball goes inside to a post player, and it's going to be a score by Shepherd. And that foul was on Peyton Turner, and Shepherd will go to the line where she's 57%, and Coach Farmer is clearing the bench. She has brought in 5 new players: Sam Gaife, Madison Farler, Peyton Hochstedler, Let's see, Taylor Browning is in, and I think Kenley Napier. So Coach Farmer has seen about enough.
Yeah, and we saw her do the same thing early in the year at Breathitt County. Was it at Breathitt County or Estill?
It was the Estill game, yes.
And, she has no problem whatsoever, and this young bunch plays hard.
And Shepard with another steal. Throws it long. Farler's going to steal it. Probably should have held on to it and let her guards come back to her.
I really like the way little Jenkins team's playing right now.
Napier long shot. No, Farler rebound puts it in. Madison Farler, a freshman, puts it in. And, of course, this young group, we saw them over there at Estill at Richard M. Nixon against. And that's, I believe we're going to have a foul call.
And, that's the thing. When you can get your young kids, and especially in ladies basketball, they're practicing every day against the older girls. And, it's kind of root hog or die, and you learn to get tough.
It rubs off on you. And it goes over the top. Did someone deflect it? No, they didn't. And it will be inbounded down on the baseline where it was thrown in. And, as a young player, when you know that you've got to be ready to come into the game. If that's happened once or twice during the season, at all times, you got to be raring and ready to go and paying attention. Alexis Hammonds will come in for the Lady Cavaliers. Goes into Gay, and she backs down, but there's Hochstadler's. Not a whole lot of spacing in there right now. 10 people in the lane, basically. But Hammonds is going to come out with it. I'm not sure.
Oh, my goodness.
We got a scrum going on here. Napier goes into the lane. Gay, 15-footer, good.
Yeah, you can tell the energy level with these young girls, man. It's just like they're really getting after it.
Hammonds throws it all the way across. Goes into Sutherland. Sutherland puts it up. Comes up short. Hammond's in there fighting for it, and it's going to go off of her, and it will be Leslie County basketball. Coach Farmer using some of Coach Wendell Wilson. No, she played for Coach Mark Collin. That's going to be a moving screen on Gay, and that was a
Yeah,
I heard that one up here.
That was a tough screen. Harlow Bates comes through it unfazed, but that was definitely a physical screen.
Newsom and Bates will come out, and now in will be Emily Whitaker, the 7th grader, and number 2, the freshman Kinley Mead. Throws it across, and Hammonds, both of them hustling too, and it's going to go back to Leslie County as I think we have a
drink spillage over there.
I think we have cleanup in aisle 1. Comes straight into Gay. She bullies it in there, puts it up, doesn't go. Rebound. I thought it was going in by Browning.
The Shepard in there again, but taken away.
And Farler will put it in. Goes to Hammonds and taken away that time by Browning. Gay, 17-footer.
No
she
hesitation.
Even have none whatsoever. Browning misses it. Shepard goes and gets the rebound. It's going to be a tie-up. We've got 1 minute to go, 12-4, and that basketball will go with Jenkins.
I tell you, I'm very impressed with Shepard on the glass, Manus.
At least 6 rebounds so far. I believe she's a little bit worn out.
Yeah, she's a little winded at this point.
Somebody got to come back to help her. Whitaker does. And was it deflected?
I don't think so.
No. So it's going to be Leslie County basketball. Newsom will come back in.
Yeah, Whitaker, she threw that pass and kind of hurt her shoulder a little bit on the pass. Got to be calling those screens.
Farler, good.
Yeah, nice move by Farler. What grade's Farler in?
Farler's a freshman. She's got 6 points.
Yeah, she just came in and really activated the offense.
Newsom pulls up, gets it back to Shepard. They just need to take a deep breath right here. It's hard to do that when you're being harassed.
Yeah, and that's the thing about that defense. You know, it really speeds the offense up, and it gives you a false sense of urgency. But, you know, Jenkins, you know, hanging in there.
Yep. Fourth team foul on Leslie County, so no free throws to be taken. 18.7 seconds to go. Sutherland coming off the screen. That was a solid screen.
Yes,
Newsom's going to throw it away. I've seen more solid screens here than I've seen in most boys' games lately.
Yeah, definitely more contact than you see in the secondary of the UK football team.
Oh, yeah. 11.5, and let's see if they realize how much time's on the clock. Gay gives it up to Napier. Browning.
Yeah, she shuffled her feet right there.
And that's going to end the first quarter with Leslie County up 14-4. We'll be right back for the second quarter. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hyman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hyman, where tradition and trust still matter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Heinemann, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management.
Welcome back as we go back to action, and Coach Farmer has elected to put her starting 5 back in there. Let's see what goes on from there. Napier misses it. Rebounded by Sutherland. Keeps it in her left hand. Turns and pivots. And
just shrugged that foot.
Got to come to that jump stop.
You know, Sutherland's got a lot of potential, though. You said she was 8th grader, is that correct?
8th grader, and leading the team with 12.6 points on the season. So all that is a learning situation. Wilson, 18-footer, banks it, doesn't go. Rebound and comes to Newsom.
Yeah, Leslie County, you know, just really got a lid on the basket right now for them.
Shepard will work it up against Banks. Knocked away. And it's going to be stolen as Banks knocks it away. Taylor Couch with it, sets herself and puts it in. Taylor's first 2.
You know, we've saw, you know, the majority of Leslie County with their starters in, all their points have pretty much been in a transition setting. Really struggling to get the ball in off an offensive set.
Right. Bates throws it, slips out of her hand, and Napier's got the basketball, kicks it to Wilson for the long 3, and it goes long. Rebound Turner. Couch long 3.
But, you know, all of them are setting up behind the college line.
Yep. Wilson rebounds and puts it in, her first 2. Yeah, I think they're just a little bit confused on
very close to the 5-second call.
I was being quiet. I was trying to listen.
Sorry.
No, I mean, I was listening to the Coach Sutherland, what he was saying in the press offense. And it's going to be thrown away as Couch will pick it up. Wilson with the basketball, gives it to Napier. Fake goes right.
Nice look
play.
inside.
And it's not going to go, but there was a foul. And the foul was on Sutherland, her first. Wilson will go to the line, 49% on the season, and misses the first. Isabella Holbrook will come back in for Meade. Misses the second one, and Holbrook comes down with a rebound.
You know, I really like it. You know, we talk about this Lester County team's defense, but they're so fundamentally sound on defense. You know, that wide base, hands out wide. You can tell that's really stressed in practice.
Got a 2 against 1 as Couch will bring it up. Fake side steps, misses it. Turner rebound, puts it in.
It was a great move by Couch, just missed the layup.
The old Manu Ginobili move. Turner with 4.
Yep, did it again.
Yep. Sliding that back pivot foot each time. It's got her in
a couple of turnovers here recently.
Yep. 6 minutes to go in second quarter, 20-4. Double staggered screen. Napier gets the right motion and puts it in.
Yeah, so quick off the dribble.
Give her 6, and she'll knock it out of bounds. I think the word I'm looking for with her is perpetual motion.
Yes. And, you know, I don't know if there's a faster player in the region from point A to point B than she is.
With or without the ball.
Yes.
I think sometimes she goes faster with the ball. And she steals it, gives it up to Couch. Couch goes right back to the defense. Probably should have put it up on the left side.
Oh.
And Napier is going to be fouled. I think official Perry can pick 2 people, and he picks number 3, Shepard. That's going to be her second. And then Napier will go back to the line. She's 0 for 2 in the
yeah, very uncharacteristic of her.
And she knocks that one down. Into the basketball game will come Hammonds, and Sutherland will come out of the basketball game.
Coaching your child,
it's
a difficult situation.
Yeah. And Napier will put it in, and that gives her 8 now. Comes into Shepard. Knocked away by Turner.
So they moved Ava up to try to deny the ball in on the inbounds. The Shepard with that height able to pull it down.
Hammonds picks up her dribble. Newsom comes and gets it. Hammonds is blocked by Banks. Knocked away by Turner, and Hammonds finally gets it out to Newsom. Long 3, doesn't go. Fought for, Banks with it. Behind the defense is Turner.
Oh, gosh. It's a rough one. Her knee hit the floor hard right there.
Could have been a Charlie horse to the top. And that's going to be a foul on Newsom. And, Jim, you know, coaching girls and grade school girls in my lifetime, I spent the biggest majority of my first part of my practices on jump stops.
Yeah.
Without a basketball. And they would say, "What are you doing?" And I'm saying, "You'll find out in about 6 months."
Yeah, and, you know, that's a big thing is just the body control.
Yeah. And doing it with, you know, a progression of skills, and that's really something in middle school and middle school basketball. If you've got really good fundamental coaches in youth program, it takes a lot of that off of you as a high school coach. Couch misses the long 3, and it will go out of bounds. Jenkins basketball.
Yeah, still the Lester County shooters are a little deep.
Caudle will come in for Napier, and I think Napier may have taken it to the maybe to the top of the quad muscle. And you know what happens when you get kneed in that quad muscle.
That's tough.
Calcifies sometimes. Steal by Banks off the inbounds from Whitaker, and then Couch puts it in. Give Couch 4. Oh, no look pass
nice
by Turner.
Pass by Turner to Couch right there.
Give her 6. Talking about fundamentals, somebody's taught Whitaker how to run the baseline when throwing the basketball in. And she's just a 7th grader.
Yeah.
So
A smart young lady, but, you know, I coached her father. Very intelligent man.
Banks will go out of the basketball game, and let's see, Farler came back in.
Yeah, the last 4 or 5 minutes, all Leslie County.
Yeah, Jenkins just not able to even get a shot off. Sutherland back in the basketball game for Jenkins. Nice steal by Newsom. Takes it from Couch, spins, but Couch takes it back. 3 against 1. Couch goes straight in, and she is fouled by Bates, her first, and that will send Taylor Couch to the line. 82%. Last time we saw Taylor Couch shooting free throws, it was down at Perry County Central when she made 2
big free throws.
Wanted the basketball, and that's a sign of a very good free throw shooter late in the game. Makes the first.
You know, and we've watched a lot of basketball, and the free throw is kind of becoming a lost art.
Yeah. And it's not that you can't practice it on your own. You don't need your teammates, and that's going to go long. Rebound comes to Turner. Turner bounce pass to Farler, and she misses it. Whitaker ties it up, and it will stay. Nope, it will go to Jenkins. 4:05 left in the first half. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to Alice Lloyd College, June Buchanan School for allowing us to come over and do the basketball games. And we've got a bunch going on this weekend.
Yes, many games.
2 tonight, 3 tomorrow, and 1 Sunday.
Nice take.
And Newsom just missed the bunny, and it will stay with Jenkins. When they get those opportunities, you got to take advantage.
Got to put them in. Yeah. You know, down the road, I think it's next Saturday, we'll be at Jenkins doing the Glory Road game. And if you're a Jenkins alum listening in, it'd be an awesome opportunity to come out. And
or if you know some Jenkins alums, call them and let them know. I think it's 5 and 6:30 is the 2 games, I believe. But I think they've got all-day stuff going on.
Yeah, great experience. You know, we really enjoy doing those Glory Road games, and did a couple last year and did one already this year. So it's a great experience for everybody, old and young.
Yes. And I'll look back on it, but I think it's 5 and 6:30. I think the girls play Fairview.
That's correct. Boys play Buckhorn.
And the boys play Buckhorn. As Sutherland knocks down the first free throw, give her 3 on the evening. So if you know someone out there, let them know what's going on if they haven't been contacted or haven't seen it in one of the local newspapers, Facebook, YouTube, or whatever they're sharing it on. Nice sidestep by Turner. Turner's one of those players that we talk about. It's improved dramatically.
Yeah, you know, we talk so much about Napier and Couch, but, man, Turner has really, really become an offensive threat. Always a solid defender, but now becoming more of an offensive threat.
Yep. And, you know, that they've got to have that third scorer. They've got Napier and Couch, and, you know, she's averaging 9.1. So that just makes them a more versatile basketball team. Oh, Couch, I heard the knees on that one, and there was a foul on her going to the line, and that foul was on Newsom, her second. And I have not marked the second quarter fouls, and they're not putting them up on the board, so not sure how many there is.
Yeah, I think that is going to put them at the bonus.
And as soon as I say that, they blow the whistle.
Well, I think that you sensed it was that time, even though you didn't have it written down.
I looked at the scoreboard, and they do have it on the board as a double bonus. The scoreboard here has 2 Bs because of the college game. Couch makes the first of 2.
You know, that's one thing tonight. We're going to see some of the premier guards in the region through the course of tonight, you know, between Leslie County, Breathitt, and Hazard. 4 really good guards that we'll get to see tonight.
And Napier will come in for Couch. And Coach Farmer is going to come back into a half-court defense now. Sutherland will bring it up. Got the open avenue, and just didn't get it above the board. Wilson out to Turner, got a 2 against 1, gives it back up.
Yeah, great look by Turner out there.
David Adams would have said, probably need to bounce that one.
Yes, he would have.
Of
And
course,
David and Brian.
That's what's good.
Go ahead, man.
David and Brian's down at North Laurel with North Laurel and Pulaski County on the Heroes and Icons. So you don't have to tune in to them. You can stay with us. Sutherland, nice pass and nice cut by Hammonds. And don't go. Foul's going to be on Kinley Napier. You know, I see that in the Jenkins improvement of nobody just standing still.
Exactly.
They are all moving. Sometimes it's little small steps that you have to take to get better, and I see that in Jenkins. As Hammonds will bank that one in. Shepard will come in for Bates.
Yeah, Arlo Bates definitely hustled out there on the floor.
You know, I don't see Chippewa, who...
That's correct.
I just realized that, and, you know, the games I've seen, she has started.
Yes.
So, not sure if she's sick. Right now, there's a lot of sickness going on. Turnover against Leslie County. A lot of sickness going around. Hochstadler will come in for Leslie County, and Wilson will go out. The starters a little bit more energy after Coach Farmer took them out.
Yeah, the bench is a great motivator, isn't it?
The greatest, as Bobby Knight once said.
Oh,
another good solid screen that time.
Yeah, I'll give these Jenkins girls credit. They don't care to get up and set a screen.
That was Meade set the screen.
Nice pass.
Farler misses the bunny. Turner with it up off the board and in. Turner with 8.
Yeah, Turner's gave him a great first half.
And it's going to be 5 seconds turnover against Jenkins. 2:08, 35-6. Looks like Browning is, she didn't get in. Turner isolated on Sutherland. Nice sidestep jumper and misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Meade. Stolen by Hochstadler. Nice bounce pass. Missed to Farler. Gets her own rebound, and she is fouled by Meade.
Yeah, you've talked about it and several times through the times we've had Leslie County. Hochstadler's such an incredibly quick jumper.
Yeah.
Just gets off the floor so quick, and that makes it really tough on the offensive glass.
And once again, she is an outstanding volleyball player, along with Sam Gay, Kinley Napier. All those part of Coach Washburn's second place in the region volleyball team. Really enjoyed calling their games this year.
Yeah, I don't think that's out of my league right there. You and Betty Vaughn are two of the best because
well, we're about the only two that calls.
Well, that makes it really easy to be the best, but it's such a fast-paced game, and
I love it. Yep.
I get caught watching.
Me and Betty Vaughn does too. Second one up, good. Give her 7, Madison Farler. Hammonds throws it across, and there is a fundamental skill that I think David Adams mentioned and Brian did the other night. Coming to the basketball. And Newsom, if she doesn't come to the basketball,
that's two the other way?
Yes.
Well, you can tell Coach Sutherland, he's really worked these young ladies hard because there's a wild amount of improvement from the first time I saw them play this year.
And Principal Marvin Boggs and AD Ashley Addington-Congleton probably is proud of the work ethic that he's putting in because you can see we don't see teams every other day. And nice move for Browning as she puts it in, 39-6. And Sutherland is fouled on the pass. And that was on Cottle. That's 4 team fouls on Leslie County.
You have to stay tuned at halftime. We're going to be joined by, I'm going to go ahead and throw it out here, Alice Lloyd College legend, John Mills, the head coach of the Alice Lloyd Lady Eagles.
Yeah,
and,
we'll be seeing how his team is doing. And
we covered them early this year, but haven't had a chance really to keep up with them. And John does an amazing job over here at Alice Lloyd, and he's if you're an athlete and you're interested in a place to come play, Alice Lloyd's close to home, and you're going to be treated like family by John Mills.
But, the thing about it is when you're looking at teams, and, I'm just kind of looking around and the opportunities that present themselves in girls basketball, and then you have a coach like Coach John Mills here at Alice Lloyd College and given an opportunity to get a quality education along with learning how to be a young lady.
Yes, and we talk a lot about Alice Lloyd, but I graduated from Alice Lloyd. You graduated from Alice Lloyd. David Adams graduated from Alice Lloyd. A big part of our life, the mentorship that we received and the education, and I have to say John Mills was a big part of that. For me, anyway.
Yeah, he taught me too.
He's that old? Wow.
Oh, man. 59.9 after the timeout, 39-6. And, when you start looking at this second game, and some of the players from Hazard and Breathitt County have already made their way into the gym here at halftime, and some large players. When you talk about 5'10", 5'11", 6', 6'1" players, Caldwell will advance the basketball up. And, yes, we will have the double quick halftime show here in just a little bit, so stay with us for Coach Mills, and we'll talk to him about some different things going on with his program. Napier with a miss, tapped out by Leslie County. It will be Jenkins basketball. Leslie County will retreat for the last 40 seconds of this first half.
I'm going to bring it up one more time. The shoes of Coach Sutherland kind of stole the show for me tonight. Those are some really nice scoots he's got on.
Clock just now running. Now it's still running.
No makeup.
So Sutherland will go to the line. She actively took the basketball to the go, and
I'm anxious to see if Hazard continues the, and Coach Howard had said they had struggled from the perimeter a lot of the season. But, man, they came out in the second half the other night against Knott Central and on fire.
As I jump my rope.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, he can interject here.
Yeah.
Can you hear us? You hear us all right?
Nope.
Can you hear us?
I can.
All right. Sutherland with the second one, and it's going to rattle and doesn't go. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be Leslie County basketball. And thank you, Coach Mills, for joining us up here.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be with you all.
Cottle will advance it up. Picks her dribble up, and Whitaker calls out ball. Once again, I like it up here. We may have to do an Alice Lloyd game up here.
Yeah, I like it better than sitting down on the bleachers.
Hochsteller as they run the old Adolph Rupp weave here.
These young girls from Lacey County, they really come in and run the offense very efficiently.
And it's going to be a tie with 3.2 seconds to go, and it will stay with Leslie County. And I believe that is Cutter, if I'm not mistaken, that is Cutter Browning's sister.
Oh, really?
If I'm incorrect, somebody from Leslie County let me know. Ryan Farmer, if he's tuning in, let me know.
And I'm sure he is.
I haven't shouted out to Ryan. And that's going to go in for Hochstedler. And she was fouled. That's her first 2 points. And that foul is going to be on Hammonds. Hochsteller will go to the line with 1.7 seconds to go.
I think that'll put us on a running clock, too.
Yes, it does for the second half. And Hochsteller misses that one. Farler with the rebound, puts it up and puts it in as the horn will go off. And that gives her 9 points, and that will lead us into halftime, 43-6, Leslie County. And when we come back, On the Double Quick halftime show, we'll have Coach Mills, so stay with us and be right back.
Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy and Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Welcome back to the campus of Alice Lloyd College. Coach Jay Court, 43-6 Leslie County over Jenkins in the first semifinal of the night. Second semifinal will be Hazard versus Breathitt County. And we have a special guest if you've just now joining us, and it's Coach John Mills of Alice Lloyd College. And Coach, how has the season been going so far for you, for those that have not been keeping up with your program?
Well, we're young. We have no seniors, sophomores, freshmen, and we have some pretty good juniors. But we're making progress every day. We're 6-9 right now, but I think we're just now starting to come out of our shell where we've learned a lot of things, and they understand the system a little bit better, and they understand each other. That's the hardest part about it. You can have several players that know all the plays and things, but then they don't know how to play it together. Mm-hmm. And that was been the biggest battle first semester, but we've worked a lot on it in the Christmas break, and they're really looking a whole lot better at it. We went up into Ohio on Wednesday night, and played a really good team up there, beat them by 15 on their floor. They had beat us last year, so it was good to get that revenge back a little bit. But now we've got 10 games left in the regular season, and I think that if we continue to grow, we've got a really good shot of really finishing strong and making a name for ourselves.
Yeah, you know, the last game we did here, Jamie Cowan had an outstanding game, and I don't know how many rebounds she had that night, but she just took over. Who, and I hate to even for you to call any names or anything, who has been a pleasant surprise? Who has come the furthest probably for you coming to this point?
Well, Jamie's going to give you what Jamie gives you, night in and night out. She's consistent. I think that some people that have really grown from last year to this year that's contributing big for us off the bench. Shelby Stewart's doing a really nice job for us. Kennedy Johnson, who used to be Kennedy Harville, she got married on us.
Right.
But she's consistent. And I think, too, one of the surprise players is one of our freshmen, Olivia Morris. She's coming on pretty strong. She's learning the college game. She still has to learn to take a beating down inside, but not only take it.
Don't understand the physicality of this level.
You know, and that's something, you know, when Manus and I were over here, you know, and we talk about, you know, we watched so much high school, and then it was just like all of a sudden it's grown-ups out there playing, and they don't understand the importance of the strength and the conditioning and the physicality of what college. And you know, when you look at the NAIA level, and people are like, oh, NAIA, until you step out and see what you're going to get out there, it's a very, very physical and competitive league.
It is, and you know, and our schedule this year is as tough as it's ever been. So we don't back down just because you are young. You still have to put those young players through the grind with these big, strong teams, because then they learn how to play through it.
Well, John, you know, I didn't mean to interject, but you know, we're both, you know, Manus and I both, you know, we're very much an advocate for Alice Lloyd College. So if you're a young high school basketball player that has the dream or the vision to play college basketball, what do they need to do to draw your attention or to become to play on that level?
Well, the biggest thing, first and foremost, they have to prove that they can make the grades.
Yes.
And that's first and foremost we look at. If they have a strong GPA and they're willing to work hard, and once you find out what their major is, you know they're going to have to work extremely hard here. But that's the first thing. But then the other thing is I look for the player to have ability to be coached. And you know, I watch for them during timeouts. Who are they listening to? Are they looking in the stands, or are they looking at their coach? And all ears in. And if it's a starter that came out of the game and they call timeout, is that starter sitting on the bench, or are they up in the huddle, listening and helping the younger players out there representing? Those are two key things. The other thing, of course, you got to have skill. And
a little bit of talent.
And you have to have a work ethic more so than the others out on that floor. And you can display that out when you're playing games as well. But then the other thing is you have other coaches that help players on other teams. They'll reach out to you if you run into them somewhere. They say, have you checked this player out? And I see that throughout the mountain region. Coaches are that way. They want the good players to go on and play ball somewhere.
So what do you offer to Alice Lloyd if I am a junior or a senior right now and I'm undecided? Why should I choose Alice Lloyd Lady Eagles and Coach John Mills?
Well, first and foremost, our program speaks for itself. We are very successful. We hang banners on a regular basis. We had won the national championship. We've got 3 Final Fours. So we've proven ourselves that we deserve a chance by the better players in our recruiting area.
I'm going to add one more, John, and that is, if you are a person that wants a leader or a coach that's going to treat your daughter like family, that's going to be of the highest moral character, and is going to take care of your child, look no further than Coach John Mills, because I can speak for that, you know, not as a player that played under him, but as a student at Alice Lloyd. There are none finer than Coach John Mills and his wife Barb that will take care of you. And if you need $1 when you don't have it, or if you need a meal when you're hungry, or if you just need to learn how to play rook, Coach John Mills is that man, and I will always forever be grateful for how he was to me. And I would think that if you're a child or a parent They want your child to be in a situation to be successful, not only on the ball court, but life. John Mills and Alice Lloyd Lady Eagles would be a great choice for you.
I appreciate all those kind words, and we keep working hard to keep that out, in our forefront of everything that we do. Because I met with the team yesterday after we won a big game on the road. We got in at 1 in the morning, and we had practice at 6. So I told them, we talked about the game just a little bit, but then I stopped, and then we started talking about life. Because, at the end of the day, this is just a ball game. And their futures are more important. And preparation for that future is what we should be all about.
And Miss June and Miss Alice Lloyd would be proud of you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
And we're going to let John go, and we're ready to start the second half. Thank you, Coach Mills, for coming by.
Hey, you're welcome anytime. And if you want to stand up here tomorrow at 1, we play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So anybody listening, come on out and support us.
Well, we'll be here all day.
And we'll plug it away. Thank you.
All right.
And that was Coach John Mills of the Alice Lloyd College women's team. And John is a great man. Thank you, buddy. Love you. Take care.
See you, John.
But President Stout need to tape that and use that as a recruiting tool on academics and athletics, as the shot is missed, and Wilson will get the rebound as we go back to action, and Napier sidesteps, goes up, and it doesn't go in. Rebound comes down to Banks, and it's blocked and out of bounds.
I kind of led John into because he says exactly what we as former coaches, and we talked to a lot of kids that make their decisions. I know at Letcher Central, about what it takes to be a college athlete,
right,
and how important body language and coachability are for these kids. And let me tell you, there are not a lot of athletes in our mountain viewing area. I don't know how to phrase this. You have to have those positives to be successful. You can't do it on talent alone. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and, like you said, you got to have the talent, but it's more than just talent. And a lot of times in any of the sports in which I do, you do, we look at those things from the coach's perspective, from an administrative perspective, and parents that's out there listening, your child and how they carry themselves on and off the floor means a lot to these college coaches. And they watch and listen, and they talk to people at Jenkins. They talk to people at Leslie County, Hazard, Breathitt County, not just the coaching staff, to see what kind of lady or what kind of male athlete they're trying to recruit. Napier, 12-footer, good.
Pull up. But you're exactly right. I mean, a coach can look at the game and evaluate your talent through film very easily. But what every college recruiter has asked me about the kids at Letcher Central, what kind of person are they? Do they work hard in the classroom? Do they come to school every day? And if you're a parent out there and you think that those things aren't important, trust me.
They are.
They are very important.
Very much so. Kicked the couch for the three, and still, I don't know if anybody has shot one inside between the high school and the college line. And I don't know if you can really tell. You probably can tell on camera the difference between the blue and the black. And but when you're positioning yourself, it's hard to figure it out. Turner trying to look inside to Wilson, finds her in there. Shepard turns her. Kick out to Turner, long three, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Banks. Lost it for a second. It's blocked, but there's a foul call.
Banks always, I really enjoy watching her play. She is such a hustler in there. Does a lot of the dirty work in on the glass. Doesn't care to set that hard screen. Does a lot of things good out there for the Leslie Lady Eagles.
Banks the line, shoots 63%. Makes the first. Sutherland will come in. Hammond will go out. And Meade will come in for Shepard. Banks to shoot the second one.
And that was the third foul, I think, on Shepard.
It was the third foul, yes. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Wilson. And just like Coach Wilson the other night, Wolf County, you can hear Coach Sutherland still coaching away. Bates tries to go into Holbrook, knocked away. Turner gives it up to Couch out behind the defense, and she will lay it in. Give her 11 on the night. Knocked away.
I think Napier's had probably 25 touches, deflections, yes.
Yeah, I don't know in today's basketball if people keep up with all those deflections. You know, it became famous when Rick Pitino was the coach at Kentucky about logging them, and for a long time everybody kept deflections or touches. Not sure if everybody does that anymore or not. When I kept stats for Letcher County Central, there was a place on there for deflections, but I never could learn how to do it, even after 16 years. Goes into Holbrook, kicks it back to Sutherland. She's got an angle floater, misses it. Rebound comes down to Banks. She'll bring it down, and it's going to be a tie-up. Will be Leslie County basketball. And Coach Farmer will bring in the second hockey shift.
And there's not a lot of drop-off. Those scrappy kids come in. They have an energy level that is unmatched, Manus Blair.
This is her third hockey shift. So some of these ladies have not been in the basketball game. Hopefully I've got all their names. 35 is Kyra Hale. Number 2 is Keela Jones. Number 33, I do not have a number 33. 41 is Emma Roark. I do not have a number 24. I'm going to have to look those up. Goes straight in, and oh, what a block by Sutherland.
Yeah. Very physical. Well, Sutherland's going to be a player, Manus.
Yeah. Just got to keep working. And as we said, we do have a running clock. 24. Ball stolen by Holbrook. Hammonds gets the rebound, misses it. Holbrook goes up and misses it. Rebound's going to come to Meade. Whitaker goes in, puts it in, number 24, and I'll get her name here between the third and fourth break. Whitaker with a long three doesn't go. Rebound's going to be fought for, and it comes down to number 33, and I'll get her number eventually too. Sutherland loses it, knocks out of bounds. Nope, didn't go out of bounds. Meade puts it in.
Good job by Meade there on the little short jumper.
Still, Sutherland misses it and knocks it out of bounds, and it will be Leslie County basketball. Shepherd is back in the game, and Holbrook will go out.
Just got a message that Chippewa was injured a couple of weeks ago and waiting on medical release. And that was from Paul Whitaker. Paul, thanks, and I hope Eddie's doing better. Yep.
Another nuts move. Misses it. Hammonds with the rebound. Step side. Gives it up to Meade. You got to go up with that thing. Whitaker was going to pick it up. Nice look. Always skip past to Shepherd. 18-footer.
Nice shot from Shepherd. Nice pass from Whitaker right there.
Long three. Maybe those teams watching will identify that that's the college line. Everybody on both teams has shot them behind the blue. And that's going to end the third quarter, 52-10, Leslie County over Jenkins. And we'll be right back for the fourth quarter. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to the fourth quarter. Jim McCauley, Manus Blair here, Hometown 24, your local sports leader for 40 years in the local sports coverage area. Second round, and we have advanced to the semifinals, and the team winning tonight, and it looks like Leslie County will be advancing to the finals, which will be 7 p.m. here Saturday. Shepherd long three doesn't go. Did not get the names of those girls in between. Coach Farmer playing everybody on her bench. Oh, my. Woo. A lot of contact that time. Got to give credit to Shepherd's hanging in there.
Oh, yeah, Shepherd's had a really good night for the Lady Cavs. Yeah, so far, when you looked at the brackets initially, it's played out about like we would have expected them, I think, on the girls' side. And
the bottom of the bracket was really tough.
Yes. Yeah, good offensive rebound by Sutherland to draw the foul right there.
Yep. Micaiah Hall is in for Jenkins. She just shot that shot. She is an 8th grader for Coach Sutherland. Sutherland will shoot the basketball. I believe Coach Farmer's added 4 or 5 players here that I don't have on my list.
You know, the thing that impressed me most about these young players, though, they all seem very fundamental in running the offense and defensive principles.
And that shot was put in by Hale. Goes over to Bates, Leslie County, in a 2-3, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Leslie County basketball.
The clock continues to run. 6:05 left in the fourth quarter here at Alice Lloyd College. Coach Jay Court. Looking ahead to the next game, Manus. Breathitt Lady Cats and Hazard. Really good matchup.
Preseason 1 and 2 by the Cats Paws.
Now looking for a good game. Breathitt probably, I don't want to use the word underachieved so far this year, but probably not playing early where we anticipated them playing.
Or Coach Hayes, probably. 3-pointer by Shepherd. Gets the ball out to Jones. Jones are going against Shepherd, once again holding her ground. Ball is stolen away. Shepherd kind of got a hand or an elbow up in the face area. Ball will go out of bounds and it'll stay with Leslie County. Hale backing it up, puts it up. Shepherd with a rebound. Long three. She got in there in that right spot that time. Nice
nice save.
And Hall misses it. Rebound by Whitaker goes up, and she is going to be fouled. Whitaker will go to the line.
You said Whitaker was just a 7th grader?
Yes.
So another bright future. You know, coach has got a lot of things to work with here.
And, you know, once again, it just takes time to build stuff. And, you know, all these teams, you got to get your numbers up. Once you get your numbers up and everything, you start teaching the fundamentals, and you got to start early. You got those so-called D-team games that you see. Did I say that right? D-team games. And then you just keep right on going.
Yeah, you know, a lot, too. You know, just continuity. In the coaching, and Jenkins has kind of had, you know, last year Marvin Boggs had to step in, I think, and take over. You know, they've had a lot of, you know, different coaches in and out, and just having somebody there that has their principles and the way they want to do it for several years in a row. And, you know, they've got this young bunch of girls that, you know, I think in a couple of years could be very competitive here in the 14th.
Yep. It just takes a while, and you got consistency in every aspect of your program.
Well, I read this morning that I think that the Jenkins school system is the fastest growing school system.
I didn't know that.
And I guess that, you know, kind of bucking the trend of schools that are losing in the mountains, but they were the fastest growing schools in the area.
So kudos to Superintendent Damian Johnson, and
we won't give any shout-outs to Rondell Baker, though.
Well, I was getting ready to say.
No.
He was one of my former student teachers that I taught coming up. And
great guys there at Jenkins.
Marvin Boggs, the principal there, and, of course, the AD that we think a great deal of. It's Ashley Addington Congleton. It's going to be a top, and it will be Leslie County basketball.
Well, you know, and to give the Lady Cats credit, you know, they have not stopped playing. And the coach hasn't stopped coaching. Woo!
Whitaker with the basketball, bringing it up, looking up the floor. Long three. I thought there for a second it was going to go.
It looked good. Ball's going to be turned over, head back to Jenkins as the clock continues to run. 1:40 left on the clock, 56-12. Lady Eagles on top.
And for those that haven't been to the Jenkins facilities up there lately.
Very much upgraded.
Oh, my. The gym just sprouts green. Is that a good word, sprouts? That's not negative, is it?
No.
And that rolls in, and that's going to be a 3 for Hammonds.
I think that's our first 3 tonight on either team.
I believe it is. It is.
Nice pass.
And put it in that time by number 45, and that's Sam Gay. I didn't know she'd come back in the game. You know, as soon as I said
gave them some nice offensive minutes tonight.
Come a long way as a middle blocker on that volleyball team. I wonder if people out there says, well, he likes volleyball. And Farler reaches in and ties it up. As we're under 40 seconds now, 58-15 Leslie County. Leslie County will advance to the finals tomorrow, and they will wait on the winner of Hazard and Breathitt County, and we'll have that about 20 minutes after this game ends. Holbrook picks it up, goes inside to Hammond. She turns, misses it. Rebound's going to come down. That's Browning with it. I believe she's going to be a good player for Coach Farmer.
There's a lot of a lot of good young talent out there for Leslie County.
Coach Wilson and Coach Collett would be proud of it, along with Coach Larry Sparks.
Yes.
And that's going to end the game, and Leslie County will advance with a 58-15 victory.
And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game
will be number 3, Miss Peyton Turner. Peyton Turner, the senior guard. She ended up with 10 points on the night, and as always, she brings great hustle and great defensive intensity to the Leslie County Lady Eagles, and they'll bring it out, and then they'll stamp it on there, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes, and we'll talk to some other people and see if we can get some guests for halftime of the second game. So it'll be Hazard and Breathitt County when we come back, and they've yet to put any time up there, but it'll be in about 15 minutes or so. We'll be back on. So stay with us here on Hometown 24 as we will bring you that second semifinal as quickly as we can get back on there. So stay with us here, and we'll be right back. Jim Bob McCauley and Manus Blair.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust. Right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community. TVS Mobile is here.
Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust.
Powered by the nation's most reliable network, TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you're the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets want to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless. What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
For over a century, Bank of Heinemann has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Heinemann Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Heinemann, where tradition and trust still matter.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Heinemann, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
They'll take the gun. Not afraid to start. I might live in a hole. Some folks think that I say so wrong. I can take a shot when life gets hard. I'm alive, I'm Perry County strong. I'm alive, I'm Perry County strong.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No matter what town or community you live in,
there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community. TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network. TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you are the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606 785-3450.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets want to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring a friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
For over a century, Bank of Hindman has proudly served Knott County and the surrounding communities. They're your hometown bank, built on trust, service, and a commitment to their neighbors. With online banking, bill pay, and mobile deposit, they blend today's convenience with the personal service you've always known. Visit them on the Hindman Bypass or at the Holly Hills Shopping Center. Bank of Hindman, where tradition and trust still matter. No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at Double Quick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of Double Quick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous Double Quick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your Double Quick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at Double Quick.
Brought to you by Double Quick, Keisha Caldwell Bankruptcy Express, Hometown Pharmacy in Hazard, Mountain Health Alliance, TPBT Bancorp, Primary Care Centers, Kentucky Farm Bureau Whitesburg, and Heidi Hoffensberger Law.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
They'll take the gun. Not afraid to start. I'm not living in a hole. Some folks think that I say so wrong. I can take a shot. Life gets hard. I'm alive. I'm Perry County strong. I'm alive. I'm Perry County strong.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Backroads.
Welcome back to the campus of Alice Lloyd College. Coach Jay Cord and first semifinal over. Leslie County defeating Jenkins and Hazard Lady Bulldogs coming up against the Breathitt County Lady Bobcats. Got a special guest here, the winning coach from the first semifinal, Coach Olivia Farmer. And thanks, Coach, for joining us here
absolutely.
on the survive in advance, and now you're in the finals.
Yeah, awesome.
Saturday night at 7 p.m. and What are you going to do between now and then? And, you know, other than scouting this game and
I'm going to scout tonight, and I'll probably study all night tonight. Wake up in the morning and do my normal game day routine. Just really focus on getting my girls ready.
now, will you come in and do a walkthrough and kind of go over the scouting report and different things?
Yeah, we'll come in, have a shoot around, a walk through, eat together, and then leave and come over.
Yeah. Since we're mentioning this game and mentioning who you're going to play here, what's your thoughts on this game? And what can the viewers that have not seen either of these teams, what can they expect?
I think this is going to be a great game. I think the viewers should expect a physical ball game. Some really good guard play. You know, you got two of the best point guards in the region out here with Lexi and Maddie. So some really good action there. You know, you got Macy, some good post play inside. Hazard's going to get after it defensively, and I know Breathitt is too. So I'm excited to watch it myself.
Well, and, you know, coming into the season and looking at preseason, and, you know, preseason is preseason and all that, and players and everything. But Hazard and Breathitt County were kind of in the preseason rated 1 and 2, and kind of Leslie County. We kept talking about Leslie County, and Leslie County, you're 13 and 2 now.
Yeah.
Did you know, looking at your schedule, and I know you don't look ahead, that's a thing you don't do, but
right.
Would you expect to be 13 and 2 at this particular time?
I have high expectations for my team, and they know that. So I knew we had an experienced group coming back. You know, last year it was a couple of my girls' first time really ever getting a lot of varsity experience. So I had that coming back this year. And then, you know, we gained Taylor, who's got, you know, championship experience as well. So I did expect it, but, man, I'm just proud of how they fought. You know, we've had some adversity, some little nagging injuries, and my favorite part is just watching them play together. They love each other on the court and off the court, and we preach family over in Leslie County. So that's it's special for me to sit back and watch and get to be a part of. They work their butts off day in and day out. So I did expect us to be here, but it's prettier than what I thought.
Yeah, and, you know, the thing about it is, and looking back, and your team has come. You were one of those young teams when you started.
Yeah.
And now you've got an experienced team.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of the things Jim and I talked about was Peyton Turner and how much, you know, we've always said she's an effort player.
Yeah.
And now she's bringing a little bit more offense to the table.
When I came in, one of my, you know, my first couple practices, workouts, whatever it was, I noticed how hard Peyton worked. And Peyton is a kid I trust. I knew when I came in she would eventually be my leader, and she is. She's my little pipeline. I know she's going to give me everything she's got. I know what I'm going to get every day out of her, and that's hustle, hard work. She's a very vocal player, and she expects the same out of everybody else that she does of herself. She holds herself to a high standard, and I'm proud of Peyton and how hard. Just to see her accomplish things, I'm proud of her.
You know, and Natalie Banks, we think the world, but I always use the Dennis Rodman analogy about just constant tip it, do all those things.
Natalie's the type of kid that Natalie only does what Natalie does. Nobody else will ever do the things that Natalie does. And, you know, Natalie may not always show up on a stat sheet, but she's one of the most, if not the most important player on the floor for us always.
And I think a coach like me, former coach, and like Jim, we notice those kinds of things and those attitudes. And we had a talk with Coach John Mills from Alice Lloyd, and he was talking about those things, the little things that a player does and how they look at you and those kinds of things. But I'm really impressed with Leslie County's team and your team, and the people over there have been really good to us at Hometown 24 volleyball. And I think in any program, when you have winning across the board, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does.
Because you expect it.
You do. You expect, and it's a standard. And, you know, coming back home to Leslie County, you know, I remember winning those All-A region championships my senior year and competing for a regional championship and winning district championships. So that's something I want to, you know, keep going here, just like Wilson and Dwight and Mark and Coach Sparks, they all done. You know, it's a legacy, it's a history, and it's important that we uphold that history. So I'm just really proud that we're getting to play for a championship. my girls earn it, especially my seniors. They earn it. They deserve every bit of it, and I'm just proud of them.
Well, and we look forward when we come to Leslie or we do your games.
We love
always
Hometown 24.
we love coming and doing the games and everything. But
Dave may be my least favorite, but I love my Hometown 24.
But with I say Peyton and Natalie, but all the players when I walk by them, they when I talk to them, I don't mean to slide any of them.
That's what we have. We have very good basketball players, great athletes. But to be honest, as a coach, I don't think I could have went out anywhere in America and handpicked a better group of girls. They do what I say, and they're so respectful to everybody. They're great students. It's a great place to be, a great team to be a part of.
And they have very good body language.
They do.
And, when I watch and you're talking to them down there, I'm watching and how they look at you and doing everything.
Yeah,
so
we have fun. That's a big thing to me. We have fun together. We love each other, and that means a lot.
Yeah, and I know you want to get down there and watch this game and everything, but anybody you would like to talk about your staff? I really haven't talked to any of your staff that much.
Yeah.
Anybody on your staff support system that you would like to shout out or mention? I hate to put you on the spot like
fine.
that.
I've got a great group of assistants. Johnny Lash, she's been with the boys over the last couple years, but he's moved over to the girls' side this year. I'm super thankful for him. My brother Andrew. He's my best friend, so it's good to look over my shoulder and have that voice behind me. And then Andrew Boland, it's his first year with us. Really good help. Katie Boland Johnson, one of my former teammates, so it's great to have another alumni on the bench. She's great for the girls and does anything that I ask. I have a very good staff. Our principal, AD, everybody at Leslie County. I don't know if Coach Wilson's watching, but he's got to come to our last 2 games actually this week, so it's been super amazing to see him.
Yeah, I saw a picture of you and Coach Wilson on the Eagles Nest.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome to be a part of over there in Leslie County. The support's unreal. You look at our crowd and it's filled with parents and just maybe alumni, just people who want to be here supporting us. So that means a lot.
Well, good. Yeah, and a lot of times me and David gets talking about other things. We fail to give you that opportunity to thank people. And but anytime we appreciate your time and allowing us to talk to you and talk
thank you
about
guys.
basketball.
I appreciate it. I guess I should give a shout out to Tommy Hall here since he's standing here. Our 14th region assigner. He has to keep me in line. Sometimes I have to keep him in line, but that's the way it goes.
But that's that relationships that you've got to have with everything going on. And a lot of people don't understand those kind of relationships you have as a coach with the media, with the officials and everybody else that goes on with it. But I appreciate you greatly, and good luck. Good luck, and we may be able to get an opportunity to talk with you Saturday. Who knows?
Maybe so, yeah.
But we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about this second game. And once again, thank you, Coach Farmer, for being with us. And when you come back, we're going to do the keys of the game for the second game. So thank you, and we'll be right back.
New year, new tech. Start 2026 connected with the latest devices from Appalachian Wireless. Upgrade to the powerful new iPhone 17 or the sleek iPhone 17 Air. Get more done with iPad A16 or stay connected with Apple Watch Series 11 or Ultra 3. And for the kiddos, the Explorer X6 Play, the smartwatch made just for kids. New year, new devices, and the service you trust. Right here at Appalachian Wireless. Visit us today at one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Heinemann Pharmacy, located inside the new Heinemann Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a favorite medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Heinemann Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Heinemann Bypass. Call the Heinemann Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Thank you for joining us here on Hometown 24. Once again, Manus Blair and Jim McCauley going to do this second game here. And thanks to Coach Farmer, who came up after her game and had to let her get away so she could watch this game. And she will be playing. Leslie County will play the winner of this game Saturday night at 7. And getting into the game, the keys, Tim Short keys of the game, Jim.
Well, I think, for Breathitt County, I saw glimpses against Letcher Central of what Macy Brown can bring. And for, they're going to get good guard play, and that's been one thing that has been consistent for Lady Bobcats all season. But Macy Brown has got to be huge in this game. She's got to be a presence in the paint on the rebounding end, and she's a great scorer, Manus, but it's got to be. She has got to be consistent. And that's huge, I think, for Breathitt County. And also, Breathitt County, not to get wore down with the on-ball pressure that Hazard's going to present. Now, for the Lady Bulldogs, we saw two different teams, I guess, really against Knott County. In the first half, they really struggled with the outside shot. Offensively, they really didn't get in the flow. The second half, they came out. They hit the open shots. They opened up. They trailed by 3 at the halftime to Knott Central, and then opened it up. I think ended up winning by 16 or 18.
Yep.
So, I think the keys for Hazard, Maddie Fronapple's going to do Maddie things. She's going to drive. She's going to get in the paint. But it's those other shooters stepping up and having a big game from outside to open that middle up for Fronapple to get in there and drive, dish, and score like she's capable of doing.
So if you're Breathitt County, do you play the zone that Knott County did in the first half, or do you play straight up man-to-man?
No, I really believe that Coach McLaurin had a great plan against Hazard.
Oh, yeah.
And
no
she
doubt.
came out and played that zone. I think maybe you want to match up a smidge out of that zone a little bit on their shooters. Higgins really had a big second half, coming off the bench for the Bulldogs. But the one thing with the zone and, Pennington has proven to be such an offensive weapon for the Lady Bulldogs by being able to knock that 8 to 9, 10-foot jumper turnaround that she's done. But if I'm Breathitt County, I'm going to play a zone until they shoot me out of it. Now, once they shoot me out of the zone, then we may match up or just get straight up man. But I think that Hazard is so athletic that if you let the lane get open, Maddie Fronapple will absolutely hurt you.
And we're getting close to it. And want to just shout out to the first all-female refereeing group the other night. And we've got one of the 3 tonight, Christy Combs, Hannah Cash, and Megan Mosley.
And if you are an aficionado of 14th region basketball on the girls or boys side, you add up about 7,000 points between those 3, and I'm not exaggerating.
No.
There cannot be better female ambassadors for the game, and it all starts with Christy. And I watched Christy play when she was in high school, followed her career, and not only is she an outstanding official, she is a awesome advocate for her kids over at Buckhorn in Olive Perry County, and just a great all-around person. So that was really neat for us to watch or get to see those 3 ladies officiating, and just really hard to let's get our lights on as the lights went out.
The lights went out and Pippa pass. I got it. Thank you. They turned them completely off this time. The first game we didn't turn them completely off. But anyway, Breathitt County coming in 7-4. Hazard Lady Bulldogs coming in at 6-7. Of course, we've talked with about Hazard's schedule, and man, they played tough schedule. You mentioned they defeated Knott County Central 63-45 in the game Wednesday night, and of course Breathitt County defeated Owsley County at Owsley County 61-37. The away team on the scoreboard first, Hazard Lady Bulldogs, coached by Todd Howard, and we will start with number 0, junior center Kaylee Pennington. Number 5, sophomore guard, and it's hard to say sophomore with Maddie Fronaple.
Yeah, she's been playing since I was in high school.
Number 10, senior guard Carly Davidson. Number 11, who had a really good offensive game, junior guard Laura Everidge in the Knott County game. And number 15, junior forward Bray Eddington. And like I said, Hazard is 6-7 on the season.
But a team built for the postseason with the schedule that Coach Howard has put together.
In an intentional schedule. Fronaple had 22 points, and Everidge had 14 in that win over Knox County Central. Now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Breathitt County Lady Cats, 7-4, number 34, junior center Macy Brown. Number 5, junior forward Micah Cano. Number 3, sophomore guard Lexi Combs, and everything runs through Lexi, averaging 19 points on the season.
Yeah, Lexi, one of the finer players in the region.
Number 4, junior guard Alexis Pelfrey, and number 23, junior center Charlie Stacy.
You know, when you look at the size of this Breathitt County Lady Cat team, and they have got to figure out a way to utilize that size, Manus.
High-low, you got to
do. And Macy Brown's an outstanding passer, but they've got to figure out some way to incorporate that and take some of the pressure off of Combs.
Referees tonight, Christy Combs, as we aforementioned, Dylan Fields, and Chris Ambergy. Macy Brown will be jumping against Bray Eddington. Hazard in the blue and gold, and Breathitt County Lady Cats, they're in the white with the blue stripes, and it will be tipped back to Combs. Davidson will pick her up. Man-to-man by Hazard. Goes to, and it's going to be dribbled out of bounds, and that's going to be an early turnover and a little bit of nerves, maybe. And right away, you see that Breathitt County is coming out into 2-3.
Yeah, you know, Davidson and Everidge have really got to be able to knock down those outside shots to take them out of that zone.
You can see a little movement on the side screen, shuffle cut, and it'll be a 3, and front apple knocks it down. An early start on those threes. You know, they got off to that slow start, as you mentioned earlier. Davidson picking up Combs, not really getting up on her. Brown going against Pendleton. It's stolen by Eddington, and she'll give it to Everidge, and she will be forced to the baseline, and it will be knocked out of bounds. Hazard basketball.
And, you know, Breathitt County's got to be aware. Everidge loves to go to that left side, and, you know, forcing her to the right on the transition is makes things a little bit more difficult.
And they get pinned her on that left hand, like you're talking about. Long 3, Everidge good, and a hot start for Hazard.
Exactly what Breathitt County did not want to see. Hazard has continued the hot shooting that started in the second half. And listen, when Hazard's hitting their shots, it's going to be tough for any team in the 14th region to match up against Lady Bulldogs.
Got the high 2-1-2 set for Breathitt County. Combs will spin back. Long 3 by Cano, and rebound Everidge. Everidge gives it up to Davidson. 3. Can it be 3 in a row? No. Rebound comes down to Stacy.
Yeah, they've got to figure out a way to get the ball inside to Macy Brown.
And as you say that, they go to Brown, but there's the double down by Everidge, and the ball is live, and it's going to be turnover. Everybody gave up on it for just a second, thinking it was going out of bounds.
Now, right in front of Coach Howard, and he quickly said, "Get on the ball."
Nice look, and that's going to be scoring. That's going to be a timeout by Breathitt County, and it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here, but an 8-0 run right off the bat, and
yeah, Lady Dogs hitting on all cylinders. You know, you come down, hit a couple of threes, pressure defense, turn the ball over twice already, and then come down and find Eddington inside for the layup.
So you're thinking, Coach Hayes, do I come out of that zone yet, or we say, well, they're going to make a few anyway, and let's stay with it?
You got to play that percentage style against them. Because they can hurt you in so many ways. You know, a team that shoots 25% from the three-point line, but, you know, they're shooting about 65% from the second half of the Knox County game to the now.
So as we come back to action, 5:52, 8-0 Hazard. And let's see, they've come out with a high 1-4 set here. Pelfrey comes off the screen, but he was forced out by Davidson. They're automatically switching on any turn. Goes into Brown at the high post. Kicker to Pelfrey, who can knock it down, and that's going to be a walk. Front Apple goes quickly out there to force her off the three-point line, and she went up in the air and came back down.
Yeah, Brett, Hazard's so quick. It's really, you've got to catch the ball and shoot. You can't have any hesitation at all.
And there's your answer. Breathitt County has been shot out of that zone into man-to-man. High post screen, 15-footer, Front Apple good, and the hot streak continues. Give her 5.
Really quickly, you see why Front Apple, she is an exceptional basketball player. And you'd be remiss to say she's not one of the top 3 players in the region.
15 points a game, gets that rebound, and of course we talked to ad nauseum about her ability to pass, and as soon as I say that.
It's a little strong.
But she is her worst enemy sometimes, but a very, very, very good player as a sophomore.
Yes. This Hazard team can hurt you in so many ways. You've got Davison that can knock down the outside shot. You've got Everidge that can knock down the outside shot. Front Apple can do both.
And Pennington's in there, and Brown able to get it on the low block, and there's going to be a foul, and she'll go to the line.
And that's what you got to do if you're Breathitt. You got to find a way to get her involved, much like Samara Bailey last night, or night before last,
yes.
Had 22 against Hazard, because there's no substitute for size.
That's exactly right. Brown shooting 61% on the season. And, she wears number 34, and I believe that's the same number of Wes Unseld. And I always compare her outlet pass to Wes Unseld. She's got the best outlet pass of anybody in the region.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
And knocks down both, and finally gets that 0 off the scoreboard. And then let's see Breathitt County can have a stop here against Hazard.
Yeah, that's a great man matchup between Combs and Front Apple.
Keeping that lane open, 17-footer averages off, and it will be out of bounds. Breathitt County basketball.
Everidge in the second half against Knott County just completely lit it up. She was hitting inside, outside, and in the middle. And then, you think about Hazard, and maybe the best shooter on the team is the 6th man.
Higgins.
Or 6th girl. Higgins could come in and just light you up from outside.
There it goes into Brown, who's backed up, but Everidge comes in the double down and steals the basketball. Front Apple doesn't have the odds, but she's got the left lane going against Combs. Up and under, misses it. Knocked away, and it will be Breathitt County basketball. But one of the things you'll notice, Jim, is Pennington is hitting Brown before she gets to the lane, forcing her higher. Just as soon as she comes up, you'll notice she'll hit her.
Yeah.
See what she's doing, and that keeps her off the low block, which is a teaching point in post defense. Goes to Combs. Got to get a little bit of balance. Brown gives it back, and that's to Hayes. Kanoy goes in, gives a nice pass, and it's going to be blocked by Pennington, and it will be Breathitt County basketball.
Yeah, that was a great entry pass.
And, one of the aspects we didn't really talk is Hannah Cottle now can give a few minutes to Coach Howard, and it's knocked away. 3 against 2, Everidge in the left lane, turns, spins up and under, off the board, misses it, and it's going to be over the back foul on Eddington, and that will be the first foul of the game. Nope, second foul of the game, sorry.
Breathitt's changed to that man-to-man, kind of cooled Hazard off just a little bit.
And, Coach Hayes, you got to give him credit for calling the timeout and making a change. So you've got a 41 offense now, but you will notice that Eddington and Everidge are in the lane off on the weak side, and Hayes puts it in.
Yeah, nice shot by Hayes. Breathitt County clawing back into the game.
10-4.
Nice screen by Pennington to open up the lane for Front Apple.
And Front Apple has 7. Talked to her dad the other night before the Knott County game. Eddington with a tip from Pennington. Usually Maddie gets other people involved before she scores, but tonight looks like she's looking to score right off. And average, nobody gets her, but she misses it. And I heard you say the other night about Vinnie Johnson, the microwave. Average, when she gets off to a good offensive start, she continues that. Drop step. Brown misses it, but gets her own rebound, puts it up. Hayes with the offensive board, and she is fouled by Eddington, and that's going to be 2 on Eddington. And quickly, Maggie Combs gets off the bench for Coach Howard, and Hayes will go to the line for 2, 55% on the season.
And then Hayes is, really a blue-collar player in there. Always goes to work really hard, plays with a lot of emotion.
And tougher than nails.
Yes.
And Eddington will take probably a long break for Coach Howard.
Yeah, you were exactly right about average. When she gets rolling.
And she did the last game.
Capable of putting up points in a hurry.
And averaging 10.3 on the season.
Here comes the same high screen look from Pennington.
And there it is on the reversal. I thought had Davison long 3 averaging, knocks it down.
So 3 3-pointers already for the Lady Dogs as they continue their assault on the scoreboard.
And 2 3-pointers for average. Nice job on hedging the screen, but nice pass by Kanoy, and Hayes, misses it.
Yeah, well-designed play.
Yes, it was. Front Apple keeps her dribble alive. Goes through the screen. And if you're watching off the ball, Pennington is setting solid screens to open up her teammates. And then she's going to shoot her own 15-footer.
She's money from there.
I'd like to see the shot chart on her from that 12 to 15-foot range right there at the free throw line.
I don't know if I've seen her miss one.
She don't take many, but when she does, she knocks them down. Kanoy, long 3, and it's going to come off. And Combs with a nice block out on Pelfrey, looking up to advance it. And thought she had Davison for just a second and knocked away. Average 3. Doesn't go. Rebound to Kanoy. 27 seconds to go in this first quarter.
It's been a pretty frenetic pace so far. Both teams really moving the ball up and down quickly.
Kanoy goes in and thought she might have got away, but she did not. It's going to be a walk, and Higgins and Cottle will come in. Pennington will come out, and so will Davidson. Pelfrey out for the Lady Cats, and in for them back again is Stacy. And they're going to go back to that 2-3, the last possession of the first quarter.
They better find Higgins.
6 seconds. They leave it. 2. Can they get it off? They do. And it doesn't. Rousing doesn't go. And that will end the first quarter. 17-5. Hazard. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
Welcome back to the campus of Alice Lloyd College. The Bank of Hyman, I failed to mention, the Bank of Hyman is our sponsors in presenting the semifinals of the All-A Regional Classic here. And the winner of this game will face Leslie County at 7 p.m. or around that time tomorrow evening after the two boys semifinal games. Goes into Cottle, is at the high post against that zone. Higgins, you know what she's going to do. And nobody boxes Maggie Combs out. She runs straight in and gets the rebound. Combs goes in with a bounce pass. Cottle, 15-footer. Wow. And Coach Harrod must work a lot with the high post.
I was thinking the same thing, Manus. I mean, that's got to be something that's replicated a lot in practice.
Goes into lane, nice kicker. Kanoy, wide open three, knocks it down, much needed.
Yeah, you know, Combs able to get in the lane just enough to collapse the defense to get Kanoy the open look right there.
Her 16th three on the season, gives it up to Cottle. Cottle's it's blocked, but there's going to be a foul call, and I think that's on Combs. And it is her first, and that's Breathitt County's first foul of the evening. Cottle will go to the line, and I don't think she has not attempted a free throw so far this year. And that one's going to go. That nice backspin on it. Thank you for joining us here. Thank you, Tim Eldridge, Ryan Farmer, and all the usual guys, Bumper Adams, everybody that's tuning in, Dexter and Lisa Campbell.
You know, with Cottle coming back, you know, the depth that Hazard has is probably the deepest skilled team as well in the region. I think probably them and Letcher Central's a lot of depth as well.
Yeah, with Johnson coming in.
Yeah.
And Combs finally gets on the board, leading scorer for Breathitt County. Everidge splits the gap, rebound to Stacy. And, you know, with Stacy and Brown in there, they should dominate the boards inside in that zone area. Combs trip, she's up, she's okay. And one thing about Higgins, she played really good defense. The ball was blocked a little bit, knocked away and knocked out by Cottle.
Yeah, then she missed. She had Brown open in the post right there, and, you know, would have been a layup. Had Cottle on her hip right there.
And, you know, Cottle and Pennington beating on Brown, trying to wear her down. Kanoy, another three, doesn't go. Rebound, Everidge. Got Higgins out in front of her, and nice job, and she will put it in.
Yeah, very nice transition offense for the Lady Dogs. Kind of doing everything right now, Manus.
And, you know, Everidge never looked at her until she threw the basketball, and it's going to be a foul as Combs goes to the floor. Nice sportsmanship by Higgins. I did not see who they called that foul on. And it was on Higgins.
Yep.
That's her first. Combs goes straight into Stacy. She's got to turn and look for that thing. Three-pointer again, it's going to go.
Yeah, that's a Hyman bank shot right there for the three-pointer.
It doesn't make any difference as long as it goes through the goal. 22-13. Hazard. Cottle at the high post, knocked away. You got a Combs, and she loses control of the basketball. Everidge picks it up. Combs, nice fake.
Yeah, she stepped up just a little quick. And you'll see, you know, fatigue. Hazard, you know, ran out. I think they've played 9 players already in this early in the second quarter, and at the frenetic pace, it really wears on their opponents.
And as you mentioned that, then number 15 comes in for Coach Hayes, Harper Allen, calling for the screen. And it's going to be nice post defense by Everidge. Got a 4 against 3. Everidge on the left side, steps over right hand, misses it. Front apple, puts it in. Give her 9. Gives it up to Hayes. Goes into Brown. Brown's got it down there. Gives it up to Stacy off the board. And looks like Higgins is going to pick up her second foul.
And, you know, that's something that you talked about, that high-low game. And, you know, they've got to be just a little quicker with everything. It's just a little slow right now.
Stacy, 59%, makes the first. And the one thing Breathitt County's been able to do is to get to the free throw line.
Yes.
Then you got to convert those as Higgins will go out, and Everidge, who has started off the game in a really good manner, is going to take her first break. And Stacy makes both. 24-15, 4:48. Winner to face Leslie County. Pennington back in the basketball game for Caudle. You got it, and Brown really stepped out there and step back three by Front Apple Mile.
Big time shot with the hand in her face right there.
Give her double figures with 12. She's trying to tell you she is the best player in the 14th region, Jimbo.
Well, I would imagine there's not a lot I can argue against that at this point.
Left-hand dribble. Pennington kind of sides with nobody's going to get her in. She's fouled and she puts it in.
Well, Maddie Fronapple is putting on a show here at Alice Lloyd College on Coach Jay Court tonight.
Harper Allen with her first, and she will go to the line for the first time, 71% from the free throw line. And, you know, Pennington slightly just shifted over, and the defender could not get to Fronapple. Combs with a left-hand dribble. And it's going to be a foul on Fronapple for overguarding. And that's going to be her first. Allen will inbounds. Pelfrey will come in for the Lady Cats as Stacy goes out. Caudle still picking up the assignment of Brown. Hayes with good position, knocked away by Combs. Back to Allen. Pelfrey wide open three.
Yeah, great form right there, just a little short.
And she is a good three-point shooter. Combs down the left side with a left dribble. No one picks her up. She goes straight in, and she is fouled. Hesitated. Nobody came and got her, and she took it on.
2 or 3 times by different players. The lane is just not being protected well by Breathitt County. As Combs a little shook up right here. Yeah. Took a good shot.
Combs will shoot 2 of 6 on the season.
You see official Amberger doing, he's very professional, come out and just check, are you okay? Give her a chance to catch her breath.
That's that old baseball guy with the catcher and, you know, the umpire always working good together to make sure everything's all right. Combs shaking it off. Now she's going to shoot her 2 free throws, and it bounces, doesn't go in. Of course, you couldn't ask for any better crew than the 3 officials we've got tonight. Second one is up, and that rattles and goes in. And Combs will come out, and Alyssa Howard will come in for the first time. Coach Howard rotating people in, keeping them fresh.
First time really I can remember seeing Caudle and Pennington on the floor at the same time.
I don't think that happened the other night, but with the size of Breathitt County.
And Eddington with those 2 fouls.
Pelfrey steps up 3, doesn't go, and it's going to be tipped and out of bounds. Hazard basketball. Average will come back in, and Caudle will go out. Average gets a little bit of break and comes back in. You know, and you remember that Eddington picked up those 2 fouls, and as of right now, it's allowing him not to have to think about playing her in this first half. Average 12-footer, good.
Nice shot.
Got her feet. And I think David Adams said this about her the other night. When she gets her feet under her and goes straight up, she is a very good shooter. 8 points. Back door, but it's going to go out of bounds. Hazard basketball.
Yeah, just a little close. Great idea right there, but a little close for that pass.
Well, and when you move, too, you can't have your hands down here. Your hands got to be you got to show your hands. Mm-hmm. Back in the basketball game comes Stacy, and she's on the top now. They've switched it up to a 3-2 defense now. And it's extended out more of a 3-2, 1-2-2 drop. Howard with the basketball. Goes into the lane with a kicker front apple. Skip to Average. Ooh, and it's going to be a foul on Allen, and that's going to be her second. Conoy will come back in the basketball game, and Pelfrey will come out. Nope, excuse me. Allen will come back out, who picked up that second foul. 32-15, 2:21. We'll have the double quick, and we'll try to get some scores, double quick halftime show. We'll try to get some scores from boys and girls action throughout all the All-A.
That's a deep three right there, a little short.
And Davidson goes in there in the trees and gets the rebound, goes right back, and it's blocked. Nice block by Brown. Conoy with a ball going down the lane, splits, and goes off the board and misses it. Rebound to Davidson, knocked away, comes to Combs. Long three, doesn't go.
Yeah, once again, had Brown open on the post and elected for the three-point shot. Good things have happened for Breathitt when they've got the ball on the post. Drew a few fouls early on, but having a hard time getting it in there.
Pennington catches it, goes back out to Howard. Hazard shifting the ball from left to right, and it's knocked away, and it's going to go off of Everidge, and it'll be a turnover. Breathitt kind of got to get something here. Last minute and 25 seconds. Coach Hayes with a call here to see if they've got something going on right here, and it looks like it's going to be a high-low. Combs goes right in there to Brown. She puts it on the floor, and Everidge aggravating her, and Stacy with the opposite side rebound, and she was fouled on the putback by Howard, and that's going to be her first, and Stacy will go back where she made 2 free throws earlier.
Once again, making a conscious effort to get the ball on the block. Good things for the Lady Cats.
And, the old saying is, if you throw it in there and they're digging down, that means you put your best shooter on the same side that you're throwing the ball in, and they can't do that. Misses the second one. Front Apple with a left-hand dribble, a minute to go. Let's see how much clock they take, and it goes to Howard, back to Everidge. Front Apple skip to Howard as we go under 50. Average shot comes up short, but guess who?
Yeah, Davidson's really
She's
worked
crashing
hard out
the
there.
boards from the weak side each time. Pennington, 15-footer. And looks like we're going to have a foul, and that's going to be like a hook and hold on Pelfrey, as Christy Combs says it is a hook.
It's almost a hook and headlock.
Yep. So that will put Howard on the line for 2 for 6 on the season. Coach Hayes was wanting an interpretation, or not an interpretation, and he said, well, she leaned over, and Christy says, no, she held her. And he said, okay. Howard knocks down the first. Cottle will come in, and Pennington will go out. Second one with 31.1 second to go, and it's going to be long. Rebound is coming to Conoy. Combs hesitation dribble, and it's blocked by Front Apple. In the middle of the lane, she'll pull it back out. Doesn't have the numbers. Skip all the way to Davidson, 15 seconds. Fake by Everidge, gives it up to Front Apple. Into the lane, gives it back out. Everidge. 7 seconds.
Got to look for a shot right here.
Cottle gives it up to Front Apple, and Davidson's got to get it off. Everidge does, and it comes up short. And that will end the first half, 33-16. Hazard over Breathitt County. When we come back, we'll have the double quick halftime show, so stay with us on Hometown 24.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming.
The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hopfensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard is here to meet all your prescription and healthcare needs. Pharmacist Darren Smith and the experienced staff provide fast, reliable service with the professionalism you expect. With friendly service and a commitment to quality care, Hometown Pharmacy is proud to serve the Hazard community every day. Ask about their new app. Hometown Pharmacy of Hazard, quality care, professional service right here in your community. TVS Mobile is here. Mobile service from the broadband provider you already know and trust. Powered by the nation's most reliable network, TVS is your #1 choice when you need to stay connected. With mobile plans to suit any budget and any situation, and phones from your most trusted brands. Go to tgtvsmobile.com today and see how TVS can keep you connected. The choice is yours. The time is now. TVS Mobile.
For more than a century, we have stood by the people of Hazard and Eastern Kentucky. Now we begin a new chapter with a new name. People's Bank and Trust Company is now PBT Bancorp. Our look may be new, but what matters stays the same. The same local faces, the same personal service, the same commitment to your goals. PBT Bancorp is here to help you grow, plan, and build for the future. PBT Bancorp, preparing for a better tomorrow.
When financial challenges threaten your future, you need clear guidance and proven solutions. Call Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Trusted legal experience to help you take control. From stopping creditor actions to protecting your assets. Keisha and her staff deliver efficient, reliable representation focused on results. With flexible payment options, getting the help you need is more accessible than ever. Keisha Caldwell Feltner, Bankruptcy Express. Professional service, practical solutions. The fresh start you deserve.
Here at Klutz Auto Sales in Hazard, Kentucky, we specialize in used vehicles and we work with all types of credit. We're with you before and after the sale.
We stand behind every car we sell, ensuring that you drive away with confidence. We want you to be totally comfortable with your purchase because at Klutz Auto, you're the priority.
We've been your trusted dealer for 47 years. Visit us at Klutz Auto Sales across from Walmart on Highway 80. Call us at 606-439-5065.
In Kentucky, we understand what matters. Family, friends, community. But sometimes, we hurt. At Mountain Comprehensive Care Center, we believe in hope, and Mountain's behavioral health professionals want to be there for you every step of the way. Together, we can overcome the challenges of depression, PTSD, addiction, and so much more. With behavioral health centers throughout Kentucky, your story of recovery begins at Mountain Comprehensive Care Center.
Introducing WTVE TV Everywhere from TVS, the new way to watch your favorite shows, live channels, and on-demand content wherever you go. On your phone, your tablet, or your laptop, whether you're at home, on the road, or maybe somewhere you might not want to be. And the best news, TV Everywhere is already part of every TVS video plan. Sign up today for TVS and get access to your favorite content, including live college sports everywhere. Visit tvscable.com or call 606-785-3450.
There are buttons to button, snacks to prepare, math problems to help with, and boo-boos to kiss. If you have people who need you, you need life insurance. Talk to a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent about a policy that protects the ones you love. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Big on commitment.
Welcome back to our double quick halftime show, and Hazard up 33-16 on Breathitt County here, and a quick start by the Hazard Lady Bulldogs, and Breathitt County got it down a little bit, and then they've pushed it back out here in the second quarter, have the Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was, and we talked about it in the keys of the game, when Hazard comes out and makes their shots. And they've made them from pretty much everywhere. They've hit, on all three levels very consistently. They're probably shooting, I would imagine, 65% or better from the field. And then on the other end, Breathitt County, they showed some spark. Tried to get inside to their post players, but Hazard defense really that's their focus too.
Yeah, and you know Coach Howard had that going on, and a lot of times when you're looking at Macy Brown, and we mentioned it with Cobble and Pennington playing really good post defense, forcing her out. When she does get the ball, then whoever's on the ball side, when she picks it up, goes down and doubles down. And you just got to make a quick decision, really quick, either shoot it or kick it back out. And when you do, you've got to be ready to put it up or pump fake, let them come out, and then enter it right back down.
Yeah. So, we've got a whole slate of games tomorrow. It's going to be a marathon, and if you want to get over here early,
you better.
Alice Lloyd College is going to play here at 1, and then at 3 o'clock, we've got the first of the
Jenkins and Leslie County.
Yeah, Jenkins and Leslie County men's. 5 o'clock, we'll have Hazard and Breathitt. Is that correct, Manus?
That is right.
And then the nightcap will be the winner of this game will play Leslie County for the girls' chance to advance to Owensboro to the All-A State. So tomorrow, basketball lovers' delight.
And it's going to rain all day.
And there's not going to be any major football games on tomorrow. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Come over here and watch some great basketball from a great venue. Get a little food out of this wonderful concession stand and come on over.
And, visit the campus, look around. If you've got a junior or senior that's interested in coming to Alice Lloyd, come right on over and walk the campus a little bit, look around and see what they've got to offer. And if you see some people with a badge on, ask them who they are and ask them some questions.
Yeah,
about
definitely. It's definitely a special place over here on Caney Creek, here nestled in the hills of Knott County, Pippapassas, Kentucky.
That's a nice word, nestled.
Well, I like to use those really nice, descriptive words that I learned from my English teachers at Alice Lloyd College.
Arvin Jupin was mine.
Yeah, I guess when you did, though, I had the first computers, but you started out with the stone tablets, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
We used
papyrus.
We used hieroglyphics and those kinds of things too. But anyway, keys to Breathitt County getting back into this gym.
Well, they're going to have to do one of two things. They're going to have to figure out some way to either empty the lane a little bit to give Combs room to drive. And, that's where she usually gets her points at. Is very good at getting to the basket, but the lane is completely convoluted.
She's got 2 here.
They have 2 points. And, either 1 or 2, they've got to really start working on that high-low game with the take advantage of the height that they have inside. So that's simply it. Defensively, they're not doing a terrible job. Hazard's hit some contested shots, and when they're not contested, they hit those as well. So you've got to wait for them to hit that lull, and when they do, you've got to take advantage of it on your end.
And Breathitt's gone to the line. 2-4-6-8 free throws, and they made 7 out of 8. So they got to keep pounding it down there. And when they do pound it down there, and they Hazard doubles and triple teams, you got to be ready for the kick out. Pelfrey's got to knock down those threes. Kanoi's got to knock them down. Right now, they've got 1 3-pointer between their leading 3 shooters, Combs, Pelfrey, and Kano. A few of those have got to go down.
Yeah, for them to have a chance to get back in this game.
Back in. And then, they're down 17. As the old saying goes, your first 2 or 3 minutes, you're trying to get back in the game, and by the end of the third quarter, you want it under double figures.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times that is just for the mental part of it, that as a coach you'll say, let's get it down to 10, and when you do, they start believing in it.
Well, you've just got to win, 3 minutes, then win the next 3 minutes, and win the next 3 minutes. You can't eat an elephant in one bite, that old saying, so you've really got to to start chipping away. And
you're not going to line up and kick a field goal or score a touchdown. You got to make them 2 and 3 at a time. And here we go. Hazard still in the man-to-man. we'll see what Coach Hayes has worked on and talked about at halftime. Combs turns. Not able to get into the lane. Goes into Brown, and there's what I'm talking about with a kick out and miss. Rebound comes down to Brown, and Front Apple. Man, that's just tough for Coach Hayes coming out.
Yeah, missed 2 nice point-blank shots. Then Eddington get in there and get the rebound.
And, that's what I was talking about with Brown kicking that thing back out on the quick double team and making the quick decisions. And Davison with a miss. Stacy rebounds. Combs goes in, spins back out, gives it to Brown. Three-pointer comes up short. Rebound's going to come down to Everidge. Everidge Lane puts it up, comes up short, and it's going to go out of bounds. And, Eddington's got to get a little sweat going. She's been sitting on the bench for quite some time. And from baseline to baseline, there's no person that runs it quicker than Eddie.
She really gets out on it.
And Pelfrey picks it up, and she's going to be tied up by Everidge, and that's going to be a turnover on the Lady Cats as Everidge just reached into the breadbasket and pulled it out of there.
And we watched Everidge do the same thing against Knott County, always very cerebral, and she sees that ball. It's an easy opportunity.
Can't put the ball in the breadbasket. Breathitt County in that 3-2 now with Stacy in the middle of that top part of the zone. Combs and Kanoy on the wings. Everidge goes in, goes deeper, goes all the way through, gives it to Davison for the 3. It doesn't come down, but there's Front Apple. She's going to throw it to Everidge. And somebody was stepped out of bounds. And nope, if it's going to be a tie-up, and it will be Breathitt County.
Yeah, that was a great look. Just a little strong from Front Apple to Everidge right there.
Well, I think she was thinking she was going to come to a stop, and she came on through. And I said, it's because we can hear every noise up here, seems like, any kind of thing. And Combs shoots the basketball and misses. Front Apple with it. You got a 3 against 2. Nobody stops the basketball. Probably should have put that one in.
Yeah, just do a little too much right there. Front Apple goes with the left-handed offhand no-look pass.
And nice job of officiating that the ball was deflected. Christy Combs comes in. And I don't want that to come off as a criticism of Maddie, but if someone don't stop you, you go in and lay it on in. Average 3 doesn't go. Rebound Brown.
Yeah, and Hazard's come off, and a little code from the 3-point line. But right there you see Everidge once again stripping the ball away. So good at that.
2 against 2, and Kanoy knocks it away. He comes back. Good hustle by Kanoy knocking it away. And, the opportunities have been there for Breathitt County. Hazard, like you said, has come out.
But they've yet to take advantage of it.
You got to take advantage of that. We're almost 3 minutes in already in this third quarter. Breathitt County yet to cut into that deficit. Front Apple 3. Got to get her. Give her 17. That's her 20th three-pointer on the season.
Yeah, Kanoy probably should have taken that shot right there.
She's got to hit him. The shooter's got to shoot. And there's Davison with her hands on the basketball. Turnover, Lady Cats. We'll back it out, and Hazard will run the offense, move Front Apple to the high post. Goes into her at the high post, and
that's a hard shot.
That kind of looked like a Streck from University of Kentucky's team shooting that thing. Kanoy misses it. Rebound's going to come down to Stacy.
A timeout from Breathitt County right there.
And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a timeout, too, on hometown 24.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornet's going to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome back. Timeout by Coach Hayes, 36-16. Hazard 4-13. Second half started out a little bit, just a little bit slow. Basketball will be inbounded underneath by Breathitt County. Goes straight into Brown. There it is,
double.
Average.
Yeah, that doubles.
Double. Combs 3, and it's going to be long. Average with the rebound. And, you know, frustration starts to set in. You start missing a bunch of shots and that you usually hit, and, you know, it just, you got to see something go through the goal.
Nice pass from Average to Frontopple.
And that's going to be a foul call, and there'll be 2 shots, and that's going to be on Brown, and that's going to be Brown's first foul, and Frontapple will go to the line where she has missed her only free throw and makes the first of 2. The second one is good as well. Give her 19. Frontapple on average with 27 of the 38 points.
You know, the difference, I don't know if it's maturity or just the work in the offseason. The Average's game has improved so much, Manus.
And that happens a lot of times. Something clicks sometimes between,
you know, I felt like
freshman,
last year,
sophomore, junior, and senior.
That she forced a lot of shots last year. She really plays within herself really well. Has become more of a complete player, defender.
And her defense tonight on the double down has been outstanding.
Yep.
Being very patient against the 3-2 zone. Frontapple 3. She knew it was off as soon as she shot it. And she took running off to her.
Yep.
Under 3 minutes, the winner will face Leslie County, as we've said, at 7 o'clock. And the winner of that will then face the 11th region, and that will be on Wednesday at 5 p.m. at the Owensboro Sports Center. The place made famous by Rex Chapman.
Yeah, Owensboro Apollo.
And they had to move their games there. If you old guys know that, is in order because they had too big of crowds at the high school. And that's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Average. That's her first.
Yeah, that's a long way. You really, that's one of those trips. Whew.
I went last year, believe it or not.
That does not surprise me. And I think that was in your circuitous route from Nashville.
Yeah, Nashville. We went up and watched Hazard's boys play in it. Did not get an opportunity to see Knox County Central's girls. That was on Wednesday. We went up Thursday. And I'm not sure there's an issue with the clock. Maggie Combs into the basketball game. And I don't know what that was. A second did go off.
Okay.
2:22. High post Brown kicks it to Hayes, and she misses it. Rebound is going to be a foul on Stacy, and that's going to be Stacy's first foul.
But, really good spacing that time from Breathitt County. Got that open shot right there. Just unable to knock it down.
Hayes wide open on the kick over from Brown. Stacy moves well out there. You probably can't tell it on TV, but she is a very big girl when it comes to height. And that's going to be a block, and that's going to be a foul on Brown. Just the vicious nature of it, I believe. Pennington will go to the line. She's 6 of 8 on the season, and who would have thunk it since she shoots at free throw line jumpers.
Yeah, that's kind of her money spot, isn't it?
And I knew that I would do that. Second one going up as Higgins comes off the bench for Coach Howard. Failed to mention that Higgins is a freshman. Played a little bit of basketball last year as an 8th grader. Come on more toward the end of the year.
Yeah, I remember first time we watched her, we got her early and watched a JV game and absolutely shot the lights out as an 8th grader in a JV game.
And second one is good. Sorry, Kaylee. I won't say anything anymore. Combs misses theirs. Higgins, and, her defense the other night, Higgins' defense was outstanding.
Yeah, she doesn't care to mix it up. Nice take from Frohnapple in there. Kind of a little strong on it. But once again, the inability to block that lane off for Breathitt County. And all you really do to stop that drive, just slide over a step.
As Cottle will come in the game for Pennington. And Frohnapple uses the hesitation dribble and holds the dribble. 3-point shot in the corner, and it's good. 22 for Frohnapple. 42-26.
Frohnapple with 22 points, but also very good shooting percentage.
And as I mentioned with Higgins, she steps out. 102. And Coach Hayes is going to call another timeout, and it's going to be another full timeout, and we'll take a timeout as well. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Hey, it's Kristen from Appalachian Wireless. We're local. We own the network, service the network, and guess what? We know our network. Saving money? We make that easy. Share and save by referring your friend. Switch today and save. Or do you just want to try us out? Try our free eSIM trial today. Deals on new phones with lots of ways to start saving. Your wallet will even thank us later. This isn't a new game for us. It's the long game for us, and we're here to make sure that you stay connected. Visit us in one of our many retail locations or online at AppalachianWireless.com. Because we are you, we're Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hyman second semifinal of the All-A Classic. Leslie County won the first matchup, waiting on the winner of this game. Hazard up 42-16, 1:02 left in the third quarter. Breathitt County to inbound the basketball after the timeout by Coach Hayes. And
Hazard really put on a clinic defensively so far this game.
They've held Breathitt County to 0 points here in the third quarter. Got the weave, trying to get a little bit of motion. Combs, long three, doesn't go. Rebound comes down to Combs. Coach Howard saying, hold up, I think this may be, and they've got the arrow, so maybe the last attempt.
Yes.
So much for what I know. Eddington with the rebound.
Yeah, Higgins really confident in her shot. And for good reason.
Yes. 15 seconds. 5 seconds. Somebody's got to get it off, and it's tipped.
Yeah, that's going to stay here. Nope. .1 to go, and that's 2 movements, and that's 1, 2. Throws it up and doesn't go. And after 3, Hazard's up 42-16. Stay with us on Hometown 24.
What keeps you going? Your love for the game? Your teammates? A victory? At ARH Orthopedics, our goal is to keep you pain-free so your body can keep going. There's no time for discomfort in your joints or ligaments caused by an injury. ARH Orthopedic providers specialize in treatment plans, from non-surgical and surgical options, so your care is entirely centered around you. Visit arh.org/ortho to find an orthopedic provider near you. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
Welcome back to the campus of Alice Lloyd College. Hurry Athletic Center. Coach Jay Court will be ready to start the 4th quarter. Maintenance player Jim McCauley, David Adams, and Brian Johnson on assignment with WYMT with Heroes and Icons Station.
All
in North Laurel.
All Lady Bulldogs, pretty much the whole game.
Yep. 9-0 in that 3rd quarter. Higgins 3, and it's going to go off of Pelfrey.
Yep. Yeah, Higgins not able to find her range here yet.
Goes into front apple, turns up and under, misses it, but there's Eddington. Not called her name very much tonight.
No. But always very, very active on the glass.
And if she don't run cross country and track, she needs to. I'd like to see her and Ava Napier
in a 100-yard dash.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. And the foul's on Higgins.
Well, I give Ava in the 40, but the 100, I'd have to go with Eddington.
She gets on the top end when she gets it in overdrive. If you're listening to us, Ava, we might do that. We'll have some kind of auction, some kind of something going on. I'll get it out here in a minute, and that's going to be a takeaway by Hazard.
You know, Hazard's so good with their spacing, Manus. Nice move by Higgins. Just can't find the range.
And, you know, that young lady someday and as a junior and senior will definitely be a player to continue
with. A primetime player for sure. You know, knew she wasn't hitting a three-point shot, head fake, and gets in and just misses the layup.
That's a smart basketball. Combs with the steal. Breathitt County still searching for a point here in the second half. Nice defense by Front Apple on the block. Goes in, puts it up, but it's blocked. Eddington with a rebound and knocked away, and it will stay Hazard basketball as Everidge and Davidson will come in for Combs and Higgins. Kanoy will come in for Pelfrey.
You know, it's looking like we're heading towards a Leslie County Hazard matchup tomorrow. Should be a very good game. Leslie County has the athleticism to match it with Hazard if they have the offensive firepower.
Yep, and that's something that kind of touched upon with Coach Farmer at halftime about Peyton Turner has turned a little bit more of her offensive game around. Gives you 3 scores. Front Apple.
Wow.
Oh, my.
Is that her 4th 3 tonight?
Yes, it is. No. That is her 5th.
Nice step through right there by Kanoy to get the bucket.
Kenoy with 5, first bucket of the second half. And, the Lady Cats are a little bit frustrated by the outcome of so far to this point. Hazard taking their time here as we near that 5-minute mark. Davidson 3 comes up short, gets her own rebound, and she's fouled by Stacy. That's going to be Stacy's second.
Davidson and Higgins both not shot the ball very well tonight, but both capable of knocking down threes, and if they get on, they can knock them down in a hurry.
Goes into Eddington, kicks it to Cottle, and Stacy got her across the arm. And Cottle will go to the line.
Very unselfish play by the Lady Dogs.
And, after Cottle had the injury, it just takes a little bit of time. Mentally, physically, all the parts have to come together in order to get back where you were when that injury occurred. As she knocks down the first.
Now, what class is she in?
She is a junior. And she knocks down the second. And I think it's going to be a tie-up. Nope, it's going to be a foul. And I think Coach Hayes has, might have waved the white flag as the foul was on average.
I'll be sending in.
And as soon as that happens, as the old saying goes, when you do that, basketball is going to come into Combs. Goes into Stacy. Stacy off the board and puts it in. Nice
Stacy
move.
does a great job creating space right there to
picked up the volleyball game last year and did a nice job in her first year ever playing volleyball. Talked to her mother over a game over at Knott County Central. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed Coach Spencer and the Breathitt County Lady Cats in the volleyball season. As Combs will knock it out of bounds. And there's going to be wholesale changes of both teams. And as the old saying goes, when one coach shoves 5, then
you're supposed to.
Well, that's the old saying.
It's not always followed.
No, not always true. And I will try to get everybody. I think I do not. Howard with the basketball. Higgins out there. Let's see who's out there. I'm probably going to have to look at the rosters again. Nice move. Misses it. Rebound's going to come out, and that'll be number 11. That's Napier for Breathitt County. 15 is Allen. 2 is Allen. That's Lindy Allen. 21 is Haley Moore. And 13 is Emily Miller. So we'll try to get Hazard straightened out as well. Allen with a 15-footer doesn't come, and Howard will go down and get the rebound.
So I always enjoy watching when the younger ones get in and kind of seeing, what the future is store for both teams.
Goes inside and kicks it back out, and that's going to be a knockdown. And that was good offense.
Yes, it was.
And I'm sure this is the JV, a lot of the JV players. Gives them an opportunity to play on the all-regional stage. Howard goes into the lane, goes up and misses it. Lindy Allen had the rebound. And Howard with a steal. .49-20 as we near that 2-minute mark. And you can see that Higgins has played a different role with these girls, and once again shows maturity coming.
Higgins just really not finding her spot tonight. Nice statement.
51-20, and Hazard will. And Howard jumps the screen, steals the basketball, hesitation dribble, gives it up to Higgins, back to Howard, off the board, misses it, and she puts her hands on top of her head. And Coach Hayes will get more girls in.
But you saw Higgins right there, had the open layup and the unselfishness to pass it off to her teammate.
Logan Hurl is in for the Lady Cats, and Coach Howard, Alyssa said, take me out. I missed that one. And, of course, when you tell a coach to take me out, guess what? They don't take you out. Allen with a long three.
That's a good-looking shot.
Yes, sir.
Really good-looking shot right there. Squared up, good release.
Watched her in the JV game down when we did the Estill County game, and I thought she did an outstanding job in the JV game. Higgins, long three, banks it in.
Well, she'll take it right now.
And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be Miss Maddie Frontapple.
Yeah, there's all votes tonight.
Yep. As usual, outstanding floor game, but she had the scoring tonight with 25 points. Allen goes in, and she was fouled.
39 seconds left to go, and sounds like on the college football stage, it's all Indiana, 28-7. If you're not
I'll go home and put my Indiana T-shirt on that I had on the last game. Had a lot of controversy on my social media, but as I said, blood is thicker than water, and my Indiana cousins, I've worked for them. Didn't have a UK one to be wearing, and that's going to be a putback in. And I think Coach Howard said something to the effect of just dribble it out. And the Hazard Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs, will advance to face Leslie County tomorrow at 7 o'clock. And the semifinal games of the boys will be at 3 and 5. And then at 1 o'clock, I didn't get who Coach Mills said they were playing tomorrow, but girls basketball at 1 o'clock as well. So, and that will end it at 56-25 Hazard. And like I said, our Alice Lloyd College player of the game will be Miss Maddie Frontapple.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with the performance of the Lady Dogs tonight. I mean, I felt like, and we knew Breathitt County was decidedly underdog, but Hazard, didn't overlook them, came in, took care of business, played extremely well offensively and defensively, and kind of still setting the tone that until someone beats them, they're at the top of the 14th region in girls basketball.
And that's the way it is with your pecking order, and they're going to put their stamp on to move on to the finals. And once again, that will be at 7 o'clock here at the Alice Lloyd. It comes off. They must not watch those guys doing it during the volleyball or whatever. But anyway, 56-25, they will advance to play Leslie County. First semifinal tomorrow we'll have is 3 o'clock. Will be Leslie County and Jenkins. And in the second boys semifinal will be the same two schools, Hazard and Breathitt County. Followed by, once again, the girls championship. And the winner, once again, will face the 11th region champion. Final thoughts, Jim?
No, I mean, I kind of stated them already. I think that Hazard proved why, everyone's kind of picking them at the top right now. Outstanding play, not just from Maddie Frontapple, our player of the game, but from all the Lady Bulldogs, showing they have some depth. Really, offensively they were good tonight, but defensively they were excellent, Manus.
I mean, you held Breathitt County to 25 points, so Where does Breathitt County go from here?
Well, I think that, Coach needs to – they've got the players, Mamus. I really feel that. I feel that they've got the players. It's just to get everybody on the same page and understand how hard you have to work to get to where you need to be. And it's theirs for the taking, to become a much better ball team, but they've got to decide themselves,
And, look how much time you got. You still got time. You got plenty of time to do things. And once again, we're going to have a long day of basketball tomorrow. And, of course, the boys' final will be on Sunday right here at 3 p.m. So David Adams and Brian Johnson will join us tomorrow. And David Adams will be down on the floor, so we'll have a little bit different angle to everything. So with that being said, I want to thank once again Alice Lloyd College and the June Buchanan School for being the host. And we'll continue to be, and we thank them in the hospitality room and for all that they've done. And once again, Hometown 24 crew, the best one going on right now, and best camera people, best producers, executive producers that we've got. And all I've got to say is good night and God bless, and let's go home and rest up and full day of basketball tomorrow. So good night.